Coming up next, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on ESPN Radio and ESPN2.
Sports are easy to disagree on. Let's see what happens when sports talk hosts talk about something they agree on.
No, hold on. I'm saying drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Well, I disagree. I think drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Come on, man. Wait, I think we're saying the same thing.
Oh, so what do we do now?
Everyone agrees that drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National average 12-month savings by new customer surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2020 and May 2021. Potential savings will vary.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
There is a place outside of Philadelphia where the aroma of freshly baked bread brings you back to more traditional times. The era when families joined together to enjoy an authentic old world taste with traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpolese Italian Bakery and Deli since 1924. Now 4 generations and 4 locations. The Corpolese family has been bringing you back to a more nostalgic time by sharing their favorite recipes and consistently adding new flavors for new traditions. While Corpolese Italian Bakery and Deli is well known for their famous tomato pie, voted best in Philadelphia, nothing compares to their fresh baked bread and strombolis, handmade pastries, cookies, pies, and a wide range of custom cakes. For a list of locations and all your party needs, explore more at corpolesebakery.com.
If you or someone you love has been diagnosed with breast cancer, breastcancer.org is here to help. Find free expert guidance online. Learn about breast cancer risk, diagnosis, treatments, side effects, and managing life during cancer. Join breastcancer.org's online community to connect with others who know just what you're going through. Our mission is to empower you to make the best decisions for your life. No one should face breast cancer alone. Find support at breastcancer.org.
Helzberg Diamonds presents The Guy Who Hit a Home Run with an engagement ring. Andy was on a mission to find the perfect engagement ring. But where to start? He did research, went online, asked his best friend for advice.
Hey, for engagement rings, where should I...
Helzberg. Andy went to Helzberg Diamonds. At Helzberg, Andy found an incredible selection of lab-grown and natural diamonds, certified and guaranteed to be of the highest quality. He also found help choosing a custom setting from Julie, a Helzberg diamond expert.
Don't worry, we got this.
Plus, he learned about Helzberg's special financing options, so Andy could get the perfect ring for her with a payment plan that was perfect for him. And when it was time to propose, he got the reaction he wanted.
Wow, you really hit it out of the park, babe.
Mission accomplished. Be like Andy. Find the ring of her dreams at a Helzberg store near you or at helzberg.com. And right now, take advantage of special financing offers. Hurry, offer ends soon.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
All right, welcome aboard the Monday edition of The John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Coach says 4:08 as we get started today on 8-8. And you know you're getting up there a little bit when you can say, I remember where I was on 8-8-88. And that was, what, 34 years ago? 8888.
Why would you remember where you were on 8888? Did something happen?
Because I have a poster of it. It was the first night game in Wrigley Field, and the Phillies played in it. And I was interviewing with the Chicago Blackhawks at the time.
Oh.
So I happened to be able to see that. And I think
that was after the one that got rained out.
No, the next night the Mets were in. It was one of those wraparound weekend series. And the last game was the Phillies game on that Monday night. The game got called. And then the next night ends up being the first official game. So the posters they gave out aren't even valid. But I saved the poster. So hopefully someday.
Did you get the job?
Someone don't care about it. I worked part-time. I did not work full-time. Did not move to Chicago. Did not want. Was not lucrative enough to move to Chicago. And I'm glad I didn't, the way things worked out. But it was an interesting night. It was an interesting night in the ball yard. It rained. Bradley. Who was the leadoff hitter?
Milton.
Milton? No. It was Bradley for the Phillies, I think, that hit a leadoff home. Milton Bradley was the guy who made the board games.
Milton Bradley,
and then the former
like,
Dodger,
former Philly great, 1999-2000.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I can't remember. Somebody hit a home run, leadoff home run too, in the game, and then it didn't count because the game got stopped. So, hey, Bradford White Water Heaters brings you the 6 a.m. hour. Bradford White is here for the pro. Coach wants to ask.
Phil Bradley.
Good old Phil.
There you go. Among people who own one of these, more than 2/3 say they'd buy another the next time they're in the market.
This is easy. Sex dolls.
That's the answer?
Yeah.
I was going to say bidets.
This sounds like the Phillies broadcast yesterday.
I was going to say toothbrushes. 2/3? I mean, yeah. I don't know if it's 100%.
The next time, next time they're in the market,
like a new brand.
I can't even. How about an iPhone?
I didn't think it was that stupid of a question.
I'm going to say an iPhone.
How often do you do a toothbrush?
I'll say a VR set as my real.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know. Coach is all VR'd up.
What do you got, Coach?
Pat knows the answer to this. Pat. Come on.
Dude, I have no idea.
You don't have to look on the back page. What's
He
the
doesn't
answer?
know the answer?
He knows.
Ice cream? No, the answer.
No, you do.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
He plugs it in?
That's correct.
Oh.
Plugs it in an electric car.
It's an electric car, electric vehicle.
Okay.
Is my new car going to be an electric? Does that count when it's a hybrid? Because I don't have to plug it in. Yeah, but I don't have to plug it in.
Then
it's a regenerating battery.
Yeah, then you gotta plug it in.
So you have to plug it in to consider it an electric vehicle. I'm just looking at that gas mileage going, thank God.
Yeah, that's
Regular
nice.
gas.
I filled up the other day.
Oh,
It was
okay.
still
Wait.
$73.
I would just like to clarify. I read this as they would get another brand, not like another one.
Oh, whoa.
So that's why
So
I
you
said
misread it.
Toothbrush thing. Okay.
You misread it.
Because Jamie and I were just laughing.
Yeah,
Pat's never changed his toothbrush.
Because that's really strange.
It's gross,
Do
man.
you do buy the toothbrush, though, like the 10-pack, right?
I have a service that ships new heads every...
What?
Quip? You ever hear it?
No.
It's not expensive.
You mean you have an electric toothbrush?
We go to
Yeah,
Walmart and buy our toothbrush.
and then
Yeah, but do you
he
buy
has them delivered.
But you don't buy them in. You buy them in the big.
Oh, we always have like
10-pack.
52 toothbrushes in the house.
Pat, 10-pack?
Toothbrushes or toothbrush?
Toothbrushes.
Toothbrushes. I'm not the one in the house that buys them, but I know she does Quip, so Jamie, I'll defend you on that. She
It's not expensive. It's legit.
She does get hers delivered, and then, I don't know, I think she buys the brush heads for...
She gives you her old one?
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Can we just move on?
Yeah, we're going to have to move on at this point. So
This is
all
not
right,
going well.
Let's come and celebrate. Phillies win another series versus an also-ran team. And I got to tell you, the discussion before the show with the host of the Locked On Phillies podcast, Connor Thomas, was sort of dragging me down. The expectations and the metrics of potential for this Phillies team have completely changed. You're in the second wild card this morning. The Padres, who were anointed World Series champions last week after the trade deadline, are a half game behind you. The Brewers are a game and a half, I believe, behind you. Or two. You are sitting there in the wild card position. You're in the second spot, and you are now only 2 games in the loss column behind the Atlanta Braves. If this isn't the most excited you've been for a Phillies baseball team since 2011, I don't know where you're at. And I wonder if you're on the verge of something truly amazing. And before you do the whole, oh, well, it's only the Nats, it's only the Pirates, I remind you, the Phillies have already won the season series versus the Dodgers, versus the Padres, versus the Cardinals, versus the Brewers, and they're 6-6 versus the Braves. So they're not only beating up on bad teams, they've already won the season series versus 4 teams that are ahead of them in the playoff race. This team's 60-48. Could they end up a World Series team? I'll leave it with this. The last World Series team for the Phillies, the 2009 Phillies, were 61-47. A game better than this team. And that team was stacked, the 2009 Phillies. Stacked to the rafters. 2008 Phillies, you threw a parade for them. This team is on a one-game better pace. They were 59-49. The 93 Phillies, they were 68-40. They were rampaging. So they were 8 games better. The 83 Phillies were 57-51, 3 games behind. The 80 Phillies were 4 games behind at 56-52. I will only say this. You're 2 games behind the Braves. Do not be afraid to dream. Do not be Connor Thomas this morning. Do not be, all I want to do is make the playoffs. All I want to do is make the playoffs. You know what? This team, your expectations should change. There are 54 games left. Being 2 games behind the Braves should say to you, we can be the number 1 wild card. 9.5, I'm not sure you can make them 9.5 in the division. But that's where we begin today. Optimistic, ambitious. It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Bob Cooney, tell me you have ambition. Tell me you have optimism this morning. 2 games back.
I had it at the All-Star break. I had it a week before the All-Star break.
You had it before then when you said 90 wins.
Yeah, this team's just, there's something about them. I don't know. I don't know if it's Rob Thompson. I don't know if it's the way they like each other, the way they play for each other. You know, now you have, like, people talking about, oh, here's your second baseman of the future, and Nick Maton. Look at him. You know, he could take over for, like, people are looking in the future. People are looking at what they've brought up through the farm system. Look, they've played 35 games without Bryce Harper. They've won 22 of them. Think about
amazing.
that. They're 22-13 without the MVP of the league. So to be able to make that up is just fantastic. This weekend, no, you don't shove that aside. Are they playing a AAA team? Sure. But who cares? You hit 14 home runs in a 4-game series. You scored 36 runs in a 4-game series. That's all great stuff, and that carries over. It just does. And now you have a Miami team that you're going to play and bring it. You know, I don't think the team, and we were talking about this a little earlier, I don't think the players look at where they are in the standings. I know all the players that I ever covered always, we just go out to win the next day, the next day, the next day. So I hope that's what they are doing. I hope they're just going to the ballpark every day and say, all right, it's another day. When the season ends, we'll see where we land and we'll play who we play.
And Rob Thompson's talked about the fact that they look at things as series.
Yeah.
Individual, just win the series, keep moving on.
Yeah. There's no reason to not think they can't catch the Braves. I think the Braves are a better team, but when Harper returns, it certainly levels out a little bit more, especially if you get Augustus Castellanos playing the way he's been playing.
I tried to get a trending for you the other day. It came close. It got hot.
I mean, if he comes around this month and into September, that changes everything. Let's not forget how important he is to this whole, bigger picture of things. He's huge. So if he comes around, Segura's back, you get your Maton and Derek Hall splashes here and there. It's almost like you're getting the necessary youth infusion that we haven't seen in the past, typically because those guys don't really get a chance. Bryson Stott is he's cool. He looks the part. He looks like he belongs. I know his average isn't there, but he's contributing to this team. He's only like 7 or 8 RBIs off of Alec Boehm.
Did you hear the Apple broadcast the other night about Stott? They were talking with somebody and it said he's going to win a batting title.
Wow. Who was that, Hunter Pence?
Hunter Pence was talking to somebody, and Hunter Pence was sharing the story, and he said he looked at Bryson Stott, and he said, that kid is going to win a batting title one day, mark my words.
Huh.
That's how good he thinks
He looks the part.
By the way, Hunter Pence was great Friday night.
Yeah, the rest of the
really
broadcast is.
It was a little too corny with the eating the cheesesteaks on the air during the inning.
Too cliche.
But the picture was beautiful.
The pictures are great. Yeah.
Patty, how you feeling?
Good, because they
optimistic.
Swept the bad team. Look, this is usually a series where they would split, and we'd be coming in here Monday and talking about how you got to take advantage of these kind of games, and they didn't lose the series, but they didn't win it. No, they took care of business. They did what they're supposed to do against bad teams. Am I getting my chair ready for the parade? No, not necessarily, but it's hard to feel bad right now. They've won 9 of the last 10 games. They're getting some confidence, and I felt like this is what this series was, just a confidence game for a guy like Augustus Castellanos, who's now feeling himself a little bit.
Jamie, you're going to make this a reality.
Yeah, he's making friends with people in right field. They're giving him
standing ovations when he comes out.
Yeah, good vibes are good in right field right now.
Pat, I have a thing. Jamie's going to the game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in really great seats.
Best seats I've ever sat in a baseball game.
What about him dressing up as one of like a centurion? Augustus Castellanos.
I'm good.
I would love to see that.
If you want, going to do that at FanFest, I think,
aren't you? It would be amazing.
Throw me in the volcano.
The volcano.
If you want to see them win, Jane, that's
Jamie, Augustus, something with Augustus. You have to have like a sign or something. You're going to be in great seats.
Yeah. Where'd you get these tickets from, Jane?
My brother-in-law's firm. So I lucked into him.
Must be nice.
It works out well, doesn't it?
Jamie always knows a guy.
He knows
He's got a guy.
Yeah.
Pat, when
He's
you
got
move,
a guy.
Pat, you move in circles like the guy who works second shift at the ice cream parlor.
Yes.
Jamie's working brother-in-law law firm.
Yeah, at the firm.
He's working with Jordan Belfort over here.
Yeah.
And I'm running with you're right. The guy in the second shift of the ice cream that might be able to get me free sprinkles.
Man.
I know a lot of people, Pat.
That is pretty awesome, though. So this Augustus Castellanos thing is coming together.
He's huge. I mean,
it's all coming together.
If he clicks and it continues on for a couple weeks, and then you add Bryce Harper back into the mix, then you can catch the Braves. Okay. Until Harper comes back, I still feel like they're a superior team. When Harper gets here, I think it balances out some.
Little birdie over the weekend, who I really trust with Philly stuff, said to me, look at the Reds around the Reds series. So the Reds series is August 22nd. He said, don't expect Harper till probably around there.
That's good news.
That's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks. Don't before then, don't even consider it. The meaning is the earliest you start looking for Harper is that Red series.
That's great.
And you got Reds Pirates that week here at home. That's the earliest you look for him, though.
You could tell from him in the booth the other night, he is chomping at the bit to get back with his team, because he's going, to Bob's point, you're 22-13 without me? Get me back at the plate.
Here's another one for you. A lot of people are assuming, especially after Bryce Harper the other night, Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Well, do you want Rhys Hoskins or do you want Trey Turner?
Trey Turner.
Both will not be on the 2023 team.
Trey Turner.
Both will not be on the roster. If one arrives, Trey Turner, the other one will be gone in another deal.
Reese, I mostly like you. It was a good time.
We love Reese.
Good run.
There you go.
But see ya. Yeah.
So there you go. Hey, Pat, Amtrak's hiring.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. No, I'm listening.
Amtrak offers competitive compensation packages.
Okay.
Comprehensive benefits. Meeting your needs. Your future rides with Amtrak. Go to careers.amtrak.com. You can do some social media content on that. You never know. Hey, the reviews are in, and the Eagles had their open practice last night, and Jordan Davis is just getting
that video is awesome.
Now,
is that a trainer he was going to?
That was Cam Jurgens.
That's Cam Jurgens. He threw him.
Unbelievable.
He didn't stand a chance.
I mean, oh my gosh.
At first, I thought Jurgens was working on his footwork, literally. Okay, let me practice my backwards bunny hop.
Now
he's got it down.
Now I went by a collection of the Eagles beat writers' reviews of Jordan Davis as camp has gone along, and it seems like early on, Cam Jurgens was really holding his own against Jordan Davis.
When you were out, Zach Berman was on with us, and he said, if it wasn't for Jason Kelsey, Cam Jurgens is ready to go.
And now it seems like there's a light that's gone off with Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
And the one thing is, and I thought it was really, really interesting, and I can tell there's a lot of people that didn't watch him play in college because they're like, you expect a guy like him to go through you, but he wants to go around you. And that's where the speed comes in with Jordan Davis. He's not looking to just bulldoze people. He's finesse. I mean, he can fly and he can get around you and be able to move around you. And he is a dominant player. He was a dominant player. Will he be in the NFL? That still has to remain to be seen. But there's some really good stories coming out, and that's a really exciting one. And I think it's also good Nakobe Dean getting run with the first team.
Yeah, he's not doing real well.
Which is get out there and get the run. The thing is, if you're getting that run with the first team, they obviously see something, though. You obviously showed something that they want to see.
Hoping, yeah. I'm really excited for Nakobe Dean, and I'll talk a little bit about him a little later on. But he's my guy this training camp. He is. I said that before. Like you guys know how much I love playmaking linebackers and stuff. He's a guy I want to see on the field. And if he's not, I'll understand. And he is a third-round draft pick. But God, I hope he comes out of this like opening eyes. I really do. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, Jimmy Kempski said, that Jordan Davis tweet that went viral last night of him just dominating. He said that's probably not even in the top 5 Jordan Davis plays at camp. Just to give you an idea how the potential dominance of this dude.
He's beastly.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to collapse pockets. Even if he's not going around you, he'll go through you. He's gonna change a lot for this team because they got gashed a decent amount last year. Fletcher Cox was cooked for the first 10, 11 weeks. He finally came around at the end, but they were getting gashed because they needed Javon Hargrave to rush because they didn't really have any rush with Brandon Graham leaving, and it was just Josh Sweat. Now you get Jordan Davis to kind of patch that middle and plug those A-gaps. It's going to change a lot for this defense.
I'll say it again. And I'll steal it from NFL Network. The Eagles have a top 10 injury list in camp. Guys listed on the list as out due to some ailment or everything. And that, to me, gives me a little bit of the creeps because this team isn't even having the most physical of camps, the most rigid and relentless of camps. And that bothers me, Pat.
Coach, you got a calendar in here? What month?
You have one on your phone.
Your phone has a calendar.
No,
this is my
Wait
radio.
A minute, you have a radio on your phone, and you have a
Now you're telling me it's a calendar?
You have everything
Pat,
on
you
there.
have a calendar on your radio.
It's a GPS.
Wait till you see with some of the websites it can get
wait,
to.
wait, Bob, it's a GPS
It'll get you
too?
places, Pat.
No, but my calendar must be messed up because it says it's August 8th, not September 8th. Come on, man. Who cares? Let's have some fun.
What do you mean? You don't care that they're
I don't
getting
care
injured?
about the injury report on August 8th. I care about their injury report on September 8th.
I do too, but this is when
this means nothing. I think a lot of it is the soft nature that you talk about. Whereas if a guy, even has a modicum of pain in anything, he's being held out.
Okay,
now
do
the
you
concussions I'll give you that's weird. I can't figure that out. But like hamstring injury, soft tissue, I don't put a lot of.
Do you think other teams are taking the same approach or not? Because they're still not one of the more injured teams.
Yeah, but they're not taking the same approach with practice. So if
they're actually practicing harder.
That's the thing. If they're practicing harder, but they're not taking this soft approach with practice, like the soft approach with practice leads me to believe that it's a softer approach with the injury report. Like
now I never thought about it.
If I come in and say I have the sniffles with the Eagles, they'll probably hold me out for 2 weeks.
I did not think of it that way.
That's why you have.
That's very. That's why. That's why
I haven't applied.
That's why you're here. That's
third level thinking by
that
Egan.
is. That's really. Now that's a really interesting. I did not think of it that way. That maybe they have a softer approach.
Yeah, the concussions are odd. I'll give you that. Now there was one. Somebody's out with a concussion, and they said they had a really violent collision last week. On a play, and that could have been why. But offensive linemen with the concussions, with the new things that they're wearing on their head.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's, I don't want to say worrisome, but that's different. I'll tell you what, though, watching all the 11-on-11 clips that people threw out there last night and going over and over and over, Jalen Hurts didn't do it for me at all.
I got to tell you that anything I saw, and I don't want to be that guy. I see. The ball takes forever to get somewhere.
You can hear fans in the background in a lot of the things that I saw last night. Throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. And he just doesn't. And, he looks small back there. And maybe it's because the linemen are wearing the big helmets that you can barely see them. But
I got to tell you, the ball takes a long time to get to the receivers.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of zip.
And you know what else is in reading a lot of the reports? Apparently, he's got his eye on pretty much one person and one person only.
A.J. Brown.
That's A.J. Brown, yeah.
Dallas Goddard a close second.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And then everybody else is...
We'll see how it plays out. I mean,
Yeah, it's a practice.
Look at your calendar again, Pat. What date is it?
It's a practice.
Because let's hope. It's
August 8th.
August 8th.
Lock screen.
Let's
August
hope.
8th, guys.
Let's
August
hope.
8th.
See? Your radio has a calendar.
Yeah.
And then Bob just really takes it next level. It's also a GPS.
You can do it, Pat.
3 canceled digital meetings, so that's good. Day's
really?
wide open after this.
So you're wide open.
Oh, yeah.
You got nothing on your calendar.
Could do anything.
You can do whatever you wish.
Could go down to the beach if I want. I'm not going to do that, but I could.
But you could.
It's an option for me.
You could. Good stuff. So that is be excited for the Phillies. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Who's scared?
Connor's completely scared.
Scared of what?
I said they're 2 games behind the Braves for the top wild card. Don't even talk about that. And I said, what do you mean? Don't even talk about that. All I want is for them to make the playoffs.
Bob's never
So
seen
I said
that.
they're 2 games. Scared? I said they're 2 games back of the top wild card. And you're talking about, well, all I want's the 3rd wild card.
You got to give Bob a break. He's never seen a late 90s rom-com. You're
not
scared.
Bob.
This was Connor. No, this was Connor.
You said what is he scared of?
Oh.
And then you said he's not scared. Yes, he is.
90s rom-com, you know he's scared of being hurt.
He's scared. I'm afraid of being hurt. Oh, my gosh, I don't want to dream about catching the Braves.
Can't get into this relationship.
You're 2 games behind the Braves.
He's the bad boy. The bad boy always hurts me.
That's how you get you scared. All right, coming up, a broadcast yesterday that is being talked about nationwide, far and wide, and even on SportsCenter. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know this. The BetPARX app has so many interesting, exciting ways for you to get ready for this pro football season. What about betting on a champion right now? Let's say you had $100 in your hand. You put $100 down on the Buffalo Bills, you're going to win $600. You put $100 down on Tampa Bay, you're going to win $750. Put $100 down on your Birds, you're going to win $3,000. That's pretty good. Preseason football on Friday. I don't know if you wager on preseason football. Now, I usually do not. But the Birds are 2.5-point home underdogs this week. Seems a little strange to me. Why don't you follow BetPARX on Twitter for game lines, the odds boost, and more. The only sports book and casino that I recommend to you. And also, BetPARX, an official betting partner of the PGA Tour. You can check out special odds boost and wagers on PGA Tour events. They do a great job for you. Use my promo code Kincade to get a risk-free bet up to $750. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Fanatic Fan Fest 2022 is Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details and ticket information.
FanFest is brought to you by Pierce Phelps. Whatever it takes, go to nopaybryant.com. United Rentals for all your power generation and HVAC rentals in the tri-state area. Visit unitedrentals.com.
This should be 8x7. When it comes to closets, Janina's home organization business runs tip-top tidy.
Is this schedule right? I'm gonna need help.
But she needs to reorganize and find a new assistant.
I know, it's her last week, but can you make sure the Hanson pantry's wrapped?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With our newest unlimited plan, everyone's welcome. Introducing Welcome Unlimited from Verizon for just $30 a line per month for 4 lines with autopay plus taxes and fees. Our best priced unlimited plan ever.
Did he say $30?
Yep, $30 a line for the whole family. The network you want, the price you love. Switch to Verizon today. Paper-free billing required. Unlimited 5G nationwide 4G LTE. In times of congestion, your data may be temporarily slower than other traffic. All smartphone lines on the account must be on Welcome Unlimited and are eligible only for select promotions. Includes domestic talk, text, and data usage only. Data roaming at 2G speeds.
Meet Harper, teammate at Truist. Hello. She was born to care and always had your back. Like the time her friend's bumper car took a gnarly hit.
Oh no!
His retainer went flying, but Harper caught it before it got crushed. Today, Harper's a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking. With no overdraft fees, a $100 negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, Truist One checking has your back too. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. $100 negative balance buffer. Eligibility requirements apply. Truist Bank member FDIC.
So, what's the score in your house? You know, from the epic thermostat battle that's been raging all summer. Secretly adjusting the thermostat when your partner wasn't looking to try and stay comfortable. It's time for a truce with special financing offers and rebates on a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Trane, including a whole house air filtration system to keep the air you breathe clean and safe. Visit Trane.com to find an independent Delaware Valley Trane Comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Hey, Chief, we got a damaged RV on its way to the OR.
Well, that sounds like a job for the new head of RV surgery.
Wait, are you promoting me?
Congrats, Martinez.
Doctor, that RV's flatlining.
Well, that sounds like a job for the new head of nursing.
So you're just promoting everyone now?
Yeah, kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket, like Luke here.
I'm Luke, and I live outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My favorite thing about cricket is the reliability and simplicity. There's no hidden fees or charges, no gotcha moments. Every month we get the same consistent bill and know exactly what we're getting. The tagline should be communication simplified.
Join Cricket Nation and see for yourself at cricketwireless.com. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customers paid for their testimonials. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. At CSL Plasma, you can make up to $825 this month when you donate plasma at any of CSL Plasma's tri-state area donation centers. That's money in your pocket for doing a great deed. Plasma donations help create therapies to treat patients with rare and serious diseases, and the process, it's similar to donating blood. For locations and info on how you can donate plasma and earn up to $825 this month, visit CSLPlasma.com. Walk-ins are welcome. CSL Plasma, good for you, great for life.
Just like that, it's hello back to school season. Luckily at Famous Footwear, you can find unbeatable savings on the hottest brands. Have a son who's determined to bring his A-game? Lace him up in fresh Puma courts. Is your daughter's style as big as her personality? Have her show up in iconic checkerboard Vans. For a limited time only, buy one, get one half off, both online and at a local Famous store. Buy one item, get a second item of equal or lesser value for half price. Some exclusions apply.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the Cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
You finally got that new car, so you called your insurance company.
Your call is important to us. Please hold.
We are the tippy top workshop insurance.
You ended that call with their jingle stuck in your head. Then, you called NJM.
Thanks for calling NJM Insurance. This is Claudia. Let's see if we can save you up to 25% on your auto insurance.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit NJM.com for a quote.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
That's because wherever you're driving, you've got a radio that can get 97.5 The Fanatic. You can be in Minnesota. You could be in Tampa.
Could be.
You could be in Albuquerque.
Could be at Tampa Joe's.
You could be at Tampa Joe's right now. Maybe you had to drive back to the hotel and then come back.
Yeah, you had to get Angel.
You had to get
drive
that
you back.
There you go. But Angel did, though.
But Angel did because he's a foxhole man.
Angel's the best. Now, Jamie wouldn't have driven you back. You always say Jamie.
I would have laughed.
You say Jamie least foxhole, Pat?
Oh,
Is that
the least foxhole guy I've ever known in my life.
Yeah, I would have laughed.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh man, that sucks.
The fact that
Better go get that camera.
The fact that he has Mets fans as friends, like it tracks.
Well, he knows a lot of Villanova people.
It really tracks.
He knows plenty of them.
Yeah, he's not loyal.
By the way, the Pat, compliment to you, compliment to young Connor, compliment to Sal Tunis. Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings on The Fanatic, really interesting, really fun. If you haven't checked it out, the Wake and Cake. Was there cake?
There was not.
When I listened, I did not hear anything about the cake part of it.
There was not. I did offer the guys Wendy's because I stopped by Wendy's beforehand, and they both Dylan and Andrew said no.
Really?
And Andrew came in with a Nature's Valley, like bar or something. I started making fun of him for it.
That's the way he looks. That's why he looks like he does, though.
Like, live a little.
He's doing good. Now, what about Connor Thomas yesterday morning? Heard Connor in the morning on Sunday morning. Really good stuff there with him and Tom Albert. Really fun. If you're not checking out The Fanatic on the weekends, please do so. I think it'll be worth your time. You may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White because Bradford White is here for the pro. I got to tell you, yesterday, the Phillies television broadcast was, the best word I can describe is seriously cringeworthy. It was something, though, that I couldn't turn off. It was interesting. It was more than a tad reckless. At times, it was flat out crude and a bit ignorant. And I would say this should be Tom McCarthy's Emmy reel. Because Tom McCarthy had to keep the car on the road while every single other person, save Jimmy Rollins, who entered the broadcast booth, was yanking the wheel, trying to drive it into a ditch. And here's T-Mac just yanking it back on the road. It was absurd yesterday. That was absurd. And no, it's not. Oh, it was so much fun. Yeah, you know what? I laughed. I'm not going to lie. But that was embarrassing.
I like the idea of it. I don't mind the old timers coming in. Coming in and into the booth and lending their analysis or stories or whatever for a half an inning. Look, Pete Rose ruined it. He's an ass. I said it last week. I said, baseball player is one thing, a person is another. He's an ass as a person. And, we talked about it last week and why they decided to put him behind a microphone after what he said before the game, too. That probably wasn't the best idea. So hopefully they all right, 1980 team, thanks a lot. Wash your hands of Pete Rose and let him go on to his whatever he's going to do.
I doubt there'll be anything ever again with Pete.
No, I don't think so. Like listening to Larry Boa, Del Unser, Greg Gross, like those guys were great.
And they knew how to do it.
Yeah, and you know what? Even Sarge coming in with a couple in him, it seemed like he might have had a few pops.
Seems like he meant
okay.
A few.
Yeah, like okay. I really don't mind. Like, we've all done that, gotten together with teammates and stuff like that, maybe guys who you haven't seen in a while. That's a fun time, man. Like, that's some of the best times of your life. For them to have fun and come into the booth and share that fun, that's fine. Pete Rose ruined part of it. But the rest of it, okay, I don't mind it. Tom McCarthy is a pro's pro.
John Kruk fed to it, though.
Yeah.
Which was really bad. Because Pete Rose comes in, he says, literally, and I can repeat it, he says, hey, first thing he says when he's introduced, hey, Krucker, I knew you when you had 2 balls.
Strong opening.
I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people out there who are testicular cancer survivors, and I would tell you that that's ignorant, flat out ignorant. And then John Kruk going, well, what are they going to do? Cancel you, or I forget what word he used. What are they going to do? Not invite you or freeze you out or something like?
Yeah,
it was
probably
really embarrassing.
Yeah, I was down there yesterday, so I didn't get the full feeling of the broadcast. I was getting texts throughout the game.
Gosh.
It was that bad where some people were texting me going, dude, get the mic out of Pete Rose's hands. So I couldn't really tell how bad it was. And then I got home and saw some of the reaction on Twitter and a couple of the video clips. I was kind of amazed.
There was sheesh.
Yeah, there was a couple curses.
And bullshit.
A lot of
and
some
just
penal references.
Yes.
It seemed very weird. I don't know who was deciding to put some of these guys on mic, but they probably shouldn't have.
And there were obviously some cocktails before getting on the mic.
I would think so, yeah.
Which is dangerous. It's fine until that stuff happens.
It's fine, but
take away Pete Rose. You're working on Sports Center this morning. Well, they're not the only one. They're doing other stuff. John Kruk's not getting a lot of applause.
No, and he wasn't having cocktails, I wouldn't think.
I wouldn't think he was either. I wouldn't think he was doing it either.
Yeah, like if I'm pre-gaming with an old celebratory championship team of mine and I'm hitting the pre-game tailgate and they ask me to come on TV, I'm going, nah.
It's probably not the best idea.
I'm good. I'm having a good time.
It was probably agreed upon before then, though. Like it was probably agreed upon when
I'm sure they had a schedule, right, Pat?
Yeah, exactly.
Of like who was coming on what inning. Yeah.
But when you're seeing them, obviously
I don't disagree with anything
some guys served. You don't do it.
I mean, Sarge had no idea that Jimmy Rollins was the Phillies' all-time hit leader.
He goes, really?
What?
Jimmy Rollins?
Look, Sarge
Jimmy
is
Rollins
right now to defend himself.
Jimmy Rollins is the all-time hit leader. And then I mean, it was just. And then John Kruk goes, I think you can go over to Jefferson and find my ball in formaldehyde.
Interesting.
I was like, that was just ignorant.
Yeah, there were some bad spots, no question about it. But the idea, as I said, the guys come back, you know.
The idea is
you know what? The weird thing is they were alluding to a lot of the stuff of the games. Like Del Unser had a couple of great pinch hits, and they were talking about other things. And I felt bad for Tom McCarthy because a lot of the audience doesn't remember the 1980 series, obviously, or Houston.
We were watching it with my cousins on Saturday, and we were watching Ron Reed's, speech, and it was just like, all right, Ron, wrap it up. And I looked at my cousins, and I go, more than half of the people watching right now have no idea who Ron Reed is.
No. I think, like, significantly more.
Yeah.
Didn't have any. And to me, that's what's strange about it, too, is I could put Tom McCarthy on a mic. Let Tom McCarthy and John Kruk have a big, like one of those like sort of like roundtable things that you pre-record with those guys and have it as a special that you air during rain delays.
Yeah.
That you air during, you can't have live microphones in a lot of these guys' hands when they're boozed up, a lot of them too.
I thought
you can't, it makes them ridicule and the laugh of Major League Baseball today, even when you're on SportsCenter. That's not what you want. You don't want that.
I mean, doesn't this kind of thing happen though? Like every team, they have like an alumni day.
Yeah, but you don't see their broadcasters, their broadcast being.
Bit.
Yeah, but you don't see their broadcast being on SportsCenter.
Yeah, but look, they're talking about it, right?
That's right.
They should have gotten Tom and Kruk boozed up too to level it out. You know what I mean?
Hey, guess what? Tom McCarthy, this is his Emmy reel because he literally is sitting there trying to. There were hits, scoring runs. Plays being made that were not even talked about because we were hearing something about a hitting coach from 1980 that nobody gives a damn about.
It was 13-1. It was one day of fun. Did it get a little off the tracks? Yeah, it did. Did
no,
Pete
it was 13-1 at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, we're upset about one game that they brought in some drunk alum. Who cares? I thought it was fun. Pete Rose sucks. He just further ingrained in my mind what an ass he is. But after that, that's fine. Honestly, guys telling stories, having a few pops.
I have a couple publications that I subscribe to. The trades, if you will. We haven't been talked about in a while. So I think tomorrow we come in and you guys.
We do drunk day.
You do drunk day, and you get a little.
There's a reason. There's a reason we don't do that.
Why?
I'm in.
Because of what you see. That is what you don't do.
It's for science,
John. Do you
want
to be written about or not, John?
You're right.
You'll get people talking.
Get your name in the trades.
You're right. And it would just be fun. Hey, the beach, the boardwalk, and the boat on the bay, you can find BetPARX when you're down the shore. Download it at BetPARX.com. You got to be 21 and in New Jersey. Should you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Cooney's Corner, Bob is just going to manifest this into reality.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So I have a buddy of mine, and we go back and forth with numbers pretty much on a daily basis. And he's a great numbers guy, and I think I told you guys before, Joe Merton, he told me, he goes, you know what, Coon? Every team in the league either wins 60 or loses 60.
Right.
So it's the other, and it's the other 38 games that matters when you play it all out, and it's crazy stuff. So with the Phillies, I said to you guys, I started playing with numbers, and I said to you guys at one point, all right, all they have to do is go 40-28 to win 90. Well, now that number is down to 30-24.
Which is incredible.
That's all they have to do, Pat. 54 games. All you have to do is win 30 more. And you're at 90 wins. Like this quite possibly could be a 92-win team. And, I don't care about looking at the standings and, if you get to this, you get to that, and you play this, you play that. Yeah, I'd love to have a home series. But just keep winning and see what happens because I'll tell you what. I don't care if they're playing the Nationals, Miami, whoever they're playing. It doesn't matter. It's baseball, and confidence is such a huge thing, and this team has it right now. We talked about it at the All-Star break. We said, all right, the Phillies, I think it was one of my topics. The Phillies are where they are, and what have they done that has surprised you or that has been above what you expected? Besides Kyle Schwarber having like 24 home runs at the All-Star break, there was nothing that this team did that you said, yeah, but they can't sustain that. Well, now they're doing things that you expected them to do. Like we expected Nick Castellanos to hit the ball this way. You expect JT Realmuto to hit. He's up almost 270 now. What we talked about. You expect him to do that. Like the things that they're doing are just expected. They're not playing over their heads. So maybe this is a better team than we thought, and maybe it could play out to 90, 92 wins.
It's exciting. Yeah, it's pretty wild to think about that you could do that half a season without Bryce Harper and Gene Segura. Zach Eflin fell off. The bullpen looking like it did in the beginning of the year. Some cold. Your best offensive player has been Kyle Schwarber all year, and he's hitting like 200. Like, a lot about this team just doesn't make sense how they're getting it done, but they're getting it done, and you chalk that up to the sign of a good to great team, I suppose. I can't figure it out. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't. It does not.
It doesn't compute.
Like, screw the eye test. Like, this is just like, how does this work?
I don't know.
They've got a
my
feel
brain
about
is broken. Yeah,
they got something going.
They continually get timely hits in games where it's like there won't be one guy to go off. Like one day it'll be Schwarber's day, the next day it'll be Reese, the next day it'll be JT or Stott. And Jimmy was talking about it. The 08 team, they would consistently get timely hits from the bottom of the order. This weekend was all about the bottom of the order, especially yesterday. Like, they just kept getting the timely hit from a guy that was batting 8th or 9th. It's a different feel about this squad.
Willie Z on YouTube says, just break the season into thirds. The first third, 25 and 29. Second third, 35 and 19. Final third, TBD. 35 and 19.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, the numbers, 22 out of 35 they've won without Bryce Harper. I mean, that
doesn't make sense.
There's no rhyme or reason, and that's baseball, right? I mean, I don't think if you lose a star player in basketball, one of your 5 bests, you could do that. Football, if you're losing your best player, I don't think you can do that. Baseball's just a different animal, and it's why it's more feeling of a team and their confidence. And this feeling that I've had with this team, I don't know, no rhyme or reason. And I had it before Harper got hurt.
You said it with your chest.
They just seem to have something. I don't know what it is.
Let's see what Frank in Philadelphia have to say. Frank, good morning. You're on The Fanatic. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Phil. I think the Phillies win 102 games this year.
102? Come on, Frankie.
Yes, 102. If you look at their schedule, they only got 15 games against the Mets, the Blue Jays, and the Braves.
How about that?
Cupcake walk.
Wow. I mean, that's
cupcake walk.
A cupcake.
They got to go 42 and 12 over their next 54 for what you're saying.
You had me a cupcake, though.
Yes.
Yeah, you good with that, Frank? 42 and 12?
Come on, Frank. They're not going 42 and 12. Wait, let's think here. By the way, too, they have 7 with the.
I think Frank was out with Sarge yesterday.
They have 7 with the Mets.
I love his optimism.
7 with the Mets, 7 with the Braves, and 2 with the Blue Jays. So that's 16 games.
He was one-off.
So his math's a little.
He was fired up.
Got that a little bit. He's fired up. I love the optimism. 102.
Now first call of the week. 102 Phillies.
They're better than the 2009 Phillies.
Right now is they're 1 game ahead. They're look. It's.
I guess
when I see this team, I definitely think that 09 team.
Yeah,
definitely.
When you look, but Pat, that's where your brain's broken.
That's why this team
looking
doesn't
at it
compute.
Going, it's incredible that because of all the complaining we've done about certain parts of this team. And it all seems like it's starting to come together.
Well, I think it doesn't make sense because the 08 team, the 09 team, they were competing for the division. This team is seemingly competing for a wild card spot and the third one at that.
I think it's fair that they are.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of it. I think that's why a lot of fans are hesitant to dive right in because, especially in 09. 09, the division wasn't really the question. The question was the World Series. It's just the question is, can you get in the playoffs?
With 54 games left, I don't see you making up 9 games in the loss column. To the Mets?
No.
Unless you go 5-2 against them. You go 5-2 against them, take 3 off that number, then I could see the Braves help you out a little bit. But I don't see that.
They've won
Phillies
like
get
9 of 10, and
Yeah.
they can't catch the Mets. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And the Phillies, when they play them later this week, get DeGrom and Scherzer.
Cool.
Yes. Yes, you get the 3-game series this weekend and then a 4-game series in Philadelphia the next weekend. So it's going to be exciting. Get to see a little bit of that because I remind you, the only good team that you can't beat this year, you're 3-9 against the Mets. But they were all Joe Girardi games.
That was
Every one of
Girardi
them.
stank.
Joe Girardi was 3-9 against him in those games, as was all the players. In the roster.
Topper ain't scared of no Mets.
So there you go. Jamie, you got your eyes looking somewhere, and I have a feeling you're going to face some ridicule for it. I think you're going to take some crap for it.
I don't think so. I think most
I'm
people...
going to give you some.
I think you're going to take some.
So, I think we did a very good job as a show as individuals in avoiding the Carson Wentz, pitfalls last year. We didn't give you a Colts weekly update. We didn't talk about his stat line. We laughed at Week 17 when he lost to the worst team in football to make the playoffs. That was enjoyable. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate the dude. I've moved on. He's a big part of the Super Bowl team. So thank you. See ya. But I am going to actively root against him. It's just something in sports I enjoy. You skirting my teams. I'm going to root against you. It's just fun. That's what sports is. Am I wrong in taking joy out of the training camp reports that Carson Wentz stinks right now? Because I've been sharing them with my buddies down there, the Commanders fans, and I send them all the tweets.
We are Commanders.
I sent him the first one where Montez Sweat was yelling at him while chasing him from behind, saying, "Get rid of the ball, get rid of the ball." Like his own defender was yelling at him, "Get rid of the ball."
Because it's going to be stripped. It's going to be.
And that's what he loves. He loves getting strip sacked. And then yesterday, I think one of the reporters.
Once in a while, it's okay.
Yeah, one of the reporters down there was saying that his accuracy. It was a quote from Ron Rivera, actually, and it said, we're not really concerned about his inaccuracy right now. We're all working on a bunch of stuff. I sent that to my buddies down there. I'm really enjoying, and now I know the season hasn't even started yet, but if he's a total disaster down there, I'm really going to love it.
Okay.
I really am. Am I wrong?
A little bit.
A lot. Yeah.
Why? You say a lot. I say a little bit.
You're Chris Rock. I'm Will Smith. I feel like smacking you and saying, keep his name out your mouth.
Why? He's in the
Why
division.
is it?
We talk about Daniel Jones. We talk about Dak Prescott. He's in the division now. I want the worst for him on the football field.
No, you want
when
him,
he plays the Eagles. I'm really on the apathy thing as far as Carson Wentz.
I want
really
a spectacular failure.
Why?
Because I
I'll
would
turn it on you. Why?
I would enjoy that.
Why?
Because he's an idiot and asked out of here.
I think I would enjoy seeing him.
So I want to see him fail. Why would I want him to do well?
I'm not saying you want him to do well. I don't know why you care one way or the other. I mean, I don't care that you care.
Because he gave us the finger. We're not his people. He left us. Screw you. Same with Ben Simmons. I want him to fail on a basketball court. That'll make me happy.
Fair enough. I'll give that to you. All right, I've changed my ways.
I don't have a problem with it.
I just have apathy towards him.
I don't.
I'm at the apathy part now.
Why?
Mainly because we've already won this argument.
Yeah, that's fine. Now let's really enjoy it. Like if we've already won, it's in your back pocket. You're playing with house money. Now just let it bring a smile to you.
I'll go out on a limb.
No. I'll smile if they.
Yeah.
If the commodes end up being a disaster, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I'll love it.
He'll never beat the Eagles. I'm going out on a limb here. He'll never beat the Eagles.
So just to give you an idea of how bad it is down there, my buddies who follow everything Washington football said they've never seen a training camp reported this negatively.
But don't you think everything about the team right now,
he draws negativity from people.
Yeah.
Have you seen the crowds there?
That's bad. Something about this dude is off.
Coach, can we I think you need to get the ledger of accountability out. Bob Cooney just said something boldly, and I want to give you a chance to not. You can re-say it?
No, I'll re-say it. He will never beat the Eagles. And if they're playing the end of the year and he's starting and the Eagles are already in the playoffs and they don't play anybody,
that would be the only disclaimer.
He'll never beat the Eagles.
In a meaningful game, he never beats the Eagles. In a game that means something to the Eagles, he'll never beat them.
Never.
I can't go that far.
I am.
Wow, that's bold and beautiful.
Bold and beautiful, Jamie.
Like Fast Out Loud on YouTube says, Wentz never wanted out of here, but they drafted a quarterback.
Yes, he did want out of here.
What?
Who cares that they drafted a quarterback?
That's not your job. Every great quarterback gets a rookie drafted at some point.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. That's no reason for.
Oh, my gosh.
He folded.
He is,
and I wish him the worst.
He folded like a cheap suit.
Yeah, I really want the Commanders to be terrible.
I get you. No, I get you. I know where you're at now.
Yeah,
I know where you're at.
It's enjoyable to me. I like it.
Oh, I think I'd really
tastes good. His tears taste good.
Okay, it would be fun. We have an announcement coming up at 8:00, and it's an opportunity for you to join us. I'll just tell you about that. The entire family. Here at 97.5 The Fanatic. So be listening today at 8:00 for that one. I told Bob the other day, so, Jamie, you go up to the Poconos.
Yes, that's where I got married.
So I went up to Scranton this weekend for a golf tournament memorializing a family friend, a great guy, Nick Stelmack, and was playing in that golf tournament with my best friend, his sons, and everybody. It was a great time. I was telling Bob that on the Northeast Extension, there was nobody on the road. 5 miles at a time. Like, say, could see no. I'm telling the guys in the car.
You go during the week, it's all tractor trailers.
And I said, well, there were tractor trailers sometimes, but I'm like, there was nobody behind us, nobody in front of us for miles at a time.
Yeah.
Is that road always empty like that?
It can be. Sparse or scarce
or sparse.
Sparse. I think
Sparse.
I was looking for one of those two words.
Okay.
It's a lot of tractor trailers. I actually hate driving it when it's full of tractor trailers because
makes you a little nervous.
I don't like driving next to tractor trailers on tight roads.
And when
I get a little tight.
And I don't know the last time I went up there skiing, so it's been a long time. So the one tunnel was redone. The tunnel coming home was brand new.
The Lehigh tunnel
going up, and the tunnel going up was the old one that I remember. The one coming back was beautiful, like really, really nice and well lit, and had the ventilation fans and everything. And the one driving up was the creepy tunnel that I remember. I hate tunnels. Tunnels. Oh God, like hate them. Like hate them.
Jamie's right.
Yeah, I hate
It's funny. Tractor trailers. I remember when I was covering the Sixers, I had to drive from London, Ontario to Toronto, and
what's
when
that,
you're
2
on,
hours?
Yeah. And when you're on foreign roads, like I get a little whatever, and it was nothing but tractor trailers.
No.
And it was like a little snowy.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, that was bad. That was white knuckle all the way, yeah.
All right, I have some good math for you. There's math that will put you in a good mood this morning going to work on a Monday. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I got to tell you that Window Nation's back-to-school sale is the definition of some good math. How about getting 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy? So your house needs 20 windows, you're only paying for 10. But I got better yet for you. How about paying nothing with no interest until 2025? That's crazy. Lower your energy bills, raise the value of your home, get new efficient windows from my friends at Window Nation. I'm telling you right now, Window Nation has got you covered with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, with the vinyl, the wood, the fiberglass windows that your home needs. Plus, their average installer has over 16 years experience. So you know you're dealing with a great team. And when it's buy 2, get 2 free, you know you're going to be saving major cash. Get paying nothing with no interest until 2025. It's Window Nation. They're going to take great care of you. Here's what you do. You call them 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION. Do your window shopping online at windownation.com.
The John Kincade Show.
They're like the family from hell on acid that's on steroids.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Learn about the next generation Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with unlimited 300 megabits per second internet for $29.99 a month with a 2-year rate guarantee. And no annual contract required when you add Xfinity Mobile. Plus, get a free 4K streaming box. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Performance Pro Internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices. Actual speeds vary. Requires compatible Xfinity Gateway. Limited quantities available.
Hi, it's Cuz. Is your summer weight loss plan not working out as well as you hope? Well, hope is not a strategy. This is what you got to do. Contact NJDiet.com today. They will contractually guarantee you will lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Just go to NJDiet.com. Their program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements that are based on your saliva, your hair, and your blood work. And then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. You're not sure you can do it alone? NJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you're burning fat, not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet is committed to you keeping the weight off. It's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Locations close by: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill. Worldwide live online video consultations. Call them. 855-5NJ-DIET or go to NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com and lose the weight for good.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? That means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift, or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to Amazon.com/hourly. That's Amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
Straight Talk Wireless knows there are plenty of reasons you might need a new phone. But switching to a better wireless provider doesn't have to be one of them. Keep your own phone and save when you switch to any Straight Talk Wireless plan, like our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with unlimited high-speed data and 5 gigs of hotspot, plus nationwide 5G on America's best networks. Keep your own phone. Switch to a better wireless plan. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. Requires a compatible unlocked phone and QIOP kit. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were looking at your phone while driving, let me say it again.
Seriously, put down your phone. That is so unsafe. If you didn't do stuff like use your phone while driving, you could save money with Progressive Snapshot. But saving or not, just put it down.
And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't looking at your phone, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. An oil change with quality oil like Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic can help your engine get more out of every mile. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $35.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
We're very excited about our new show, The Best Show Ever. And we want to thank the best partners ever.
Rowan University. Affordable tuition, strong academic programs, and vibrant campus life. Online at rowan.edu. And the new BetPARX app. Everything you want in a digital casino and sportsbook in one sleek app. Go to BetPARX.com.
Thanks for supporting The Best Show Ever. Afternoons on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincaid Show.
I slept in the nude last night. Felt every little breeze.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
7 o'clock hour of the John Kincaid Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. It's okay. It's okay to dream. It's okay to be ambitious. It's okay to have thoughts about, wow, 2 games back of the Braves. You could catch them. It's exciting to think about these things. Now, the Mets,
they're annoying.
9.5 games, 9 games in the loss column. I think it's incredibly hard. We'll know in the next 2 weeks whether that little thing can even be a possibility to be talked about.
Yeah, they don't seem to be Metsing.
I think if you go 5-2,
unfortunate. 5-2 is unreal.
If you went 5-2 against the Mets in the next 2 weeks, those 7 games, to me, we could come in here in 2 weeks and say, okay, the division's not over. Because you showed you played. That's the only team you haven't been able to play with. And it was under Joe Girardi. All the other good teams in baseball you played with.
Yeah, now we got Topper. So back off. Is that their nickname for? I never heard it before.
Yeah.
Topper. Yeah. He loved hot shots.
Oh, really?
Topper
Okay.
Harley.
I got you.
Yeah.
I have no idea if that's where it came from.
Okay.
I think it is.
Maybe it's a Canadian thing. I don't know. They're silly up there.
They are.
They are. They're crazy people. Hey, the all-new BetPARX app. 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by that Sportsbook and Casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And, yes, the Eagles are 2.5-point underdogs to the Jets.
The Eagles are the preseason game.
Yeah, on Friday.
Yeah, that makes
So what does it tell you?
Nothing.
No, it means they already know that the Eagles are putting the bubble wrap on all the players.
We knew that. What, in April when Nick Sirianni said, "Oh yeah, we're not tackling, we're not doing anything. It's going to be." They didn't play him last year, and he's taking it more easy this year.
So if that matters to you, or if you care about that, there's lines out there.
I think the thing is we read into dog mentality a little different because there are many different dogs.
Well, it's like puppy dog mentality.
Yeah, and
his mentality is yes.
Yeah, the Eagles have like a labradoodle kind of mentality.
Yes.
They don't have that German Shepherd mentality.
Dog mentality.
There's a lot of dogs, Johnny.
If Nick Sirianni was a dog, he would be a labradoodle.
Nothing wrong with that.
The big fluffy dog bouncing around all happy. Yes, that's who he is.
A lot of people love
lovable.
labradoodles.
Absolutely.
His approach to training camp, very much like Nicky Foles. A 10-pound Shih Tzu, just fluffy and lovable and just cuddly.
But I think when people hear him talk about dog mentality, they're thinking about DMX.
And I don't think they're
dogs.
Yeah, they're not finding that here.
Nah, DMX ain't holding a labradoodle.
No, he's not. It's not happening. He would be a labradoodle though.
Yeah, probably.
Nick Sirianni.
Excitable.
He's so positive.
Everybody
he's
likes
excitable.
him.
Everybody likes him. He's just
hyperallergenic. He's not going to offend
what
you.
dog would he be? 610.
By the way, I've watched some of the press conference stuff that Eagles.com has. Some of the more long form stuff where Nick Sirianni talks football, and I must say, he's the best coming off a practice field. He's the best when he's just conversing about what he saw, and he's so enthusiastic.
Yeah, it was funny. They showed a video of him coming out of the tunnel, I think, last night for the practice, and he kind of slaps hands with a fan, and he's walking real slow, and I'm just looking at him. I said, that does not look like an NFL head coach to be walking out onto a field, but
he has a way about him that really is endearing. And his energy is positive, and obviously the team has enjoyed being a part of it with him. I have a dilemma that I want to ask you about that, and a lot of you parents who have kids in youth sports, I want to get your opinion on it coming up in a few moments. I'll share it with you coming up. But I have some math for you that's going to make you smile. Jamie, no.
I don't have to do the math?
You don't have to do the math. I'm going to do it for you.
Okay, great.
There's something really, really smiley and happy right now about this wild card race. And there is math that will do the Phillies' dirty work for them. Because right now, the only concern, by the way, Gabe Kapler. Man. See, now you and the Carson Wentz is me right now with the game.
It's fine. Everybody gets to enjoy what they enjoy.
I haven't heard the Gabe Kapler. Haven't seen any of the Gabe Kapler tweets this year going, oh, looks like Gabe Kapler. He's the greatest. His team's falling apart.
Well, he still did get more than anyone would have last 107 wins.
Yeah, but it was fool's gold. It wasn't real.
Well, yeah, but you get credit for that because the roster was kind of laughable when you looked at it.
It was fool's gold. And now he's come back to late. So all you got to worry about right now is beating the second place team in the National League Central for the Phillies. We're 2 months out. It is 8 weeks till the playoffs and till the postseason. And you already know all you have to do is beat the second-place team in the National League Central, most likely to make the postseason. The Brewers and the Cardinals will face each other 7 times. So there's your math. Somebody's winning, somebody's losing. So you've got opportunities. Right now, the Brewers have fallen 2 games back of the Cardinals in the division. You got a chance to have the Cardinals just might in the next week because they play this weekend. The Cardinals may bury the Brewers for the Phillies. And then all you're worried about is just what positioning you'll be, which wild card you're going to be. They play 7 times, the Brewers and the Cardinals. And you've got an opportunity right now to see this might be handled by somebody else for you. This division race, this wild card race, may be handled. This weekend, they have 3 games at home with the Milwaukee Brewers. And then coming up in the next month, they have 2 more, and that's 5. They've got that there. And then they have 2 at Milwaukee later in the year, St. Louis. St. Louis has 5 games with them. They can take care of business for you. Kill the Brewers, and then we could be talking legitimately in 2 weeks of, well, the Phillies are in the postseason. It's just a matter of where they are. Because the Giants have fallen off in 3 weeks, went from being ahead of the Phillies to being 7 games back of them. This could all happen very, very quickly. So the Brewers, the Cardinals. By the way, another inching. Brewers have 7 games versus the Dodgers left. 3 games versus the Yankees. Those are 10 games on their remaining schedule, other than the 7 they got with the Cardinals. That is 10 games the Phillies will not play. 7 with the Dodgers and 3 with the Yankees. They're screwed. I mean, the Brewers appear screwed. By the way,
and they traded Hader, which I still don't understand. A lot of them don't either.
Yeah, and it's Andrew brought it up with on Waking Cake. I didn't even think about it, but that could have such a negative impact on that locker room.
It already appears to have had that. Even though if you read some of the stuff out of Milwaukee, he wasn't the most popular guy.
He was probably one of those guys that was liked by half the locker room.
Yeah, exactly.
But it could derail you.
But we talked about it sending a message. Like the guys here in Philly saw them get, Thor, David Robertson, and Marsh and went, all right, yeah, you believe in us. This is great. And then if you're in Milwaukee,
they're all in.
You're going, wait, you're taking him away and sending him to a division or a league rival? Huh? Like that's head scratching.
The Mariners did it a year ago. They were in a playoff hunt. They sent their closer to Houston, and their season imploded.
But you know what the Mariners, they're paying off for it today, though. So is that what Milwaukee's thinking about? The Mariners are a good young club and getting better.
Yeah, I think the Brewers are thinking of it like we're not going to re-sign this guy. Let's get something for him now.
And I think that's the way it looked.
But still, you're in a playoff hunt.
Hader was going to be hard to sign for them.
Yeah, but again,
why would you look past this year?
Yeah, like aren't you trying to compete this year? Like if he walks, he walks. One of those prospects. I mean, how hard is it for those guys to become something? It's probably like 20% at best. Like I don't know. At some point, you just have to try, don't you?
I got you. Don't you have to build differently though when you're one of those teams that doesn't?
I guess mid-market. I guess, but that sucks. Because if I'm a Brewers fan, I'm going, yeah, I don't care about next year. Get me to the playoffs. And Hader's our best chance.
They were my World Series pick. How do you think I feel?
You should go to PropSwap.com and sell those tickets, Pat.
Oh,
Pat, I think
that was good, Jamie.
Pat, you should have sold them last week.
And that wasn't even scheduled.
No.
That would have been better to.
Top of your head.
I mean, you should have sold those last.
I should have, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And mistakes were made.
Well, a little heads up for you. Amtrak's hiring.
Jeez.
They're offering competitive.
Because I picked up.
They're offering competitive compensation packages, comprehensive benefits programs. Everything's going to meet your needs. Your future rides with Amtrak. Careers.amtrak.com. I'm just wondering, could you see Pat in one of those little hats? Checking tickets.
I think you'd make a great ticket taker, John.
Checking tickets, walking down.
I always like the guys with the punchers, and when they work it real quick.
Oh yeah, that was like the highlight when they would do like a smiley face for you when you were a kid or an adult.
I love the.
You still yesterday?
Yeah, maybe.
I love.
Can you do my name?
I love the riding on the train at any time. I don't drop $100 bills like Jamie.
That was a 50, and I'm still not over it. Why would you bring
was
that
a
up?
50?
Yeah, it was a 50.
Nobody turned it in either.
Well, I wouldn't turn it in a 50 if I found it on a SEPTA.
So some thief.
Yeah, turn it into who?
The SEPTA guy's going to go, thanks.
Here, Mr. SEPTA guy, what's he going to do? Go around and ask people? Excuse me, did you lose 50? Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, do you think he comes up and says, hey, Mr. SEPTA guy? Like here?
Excuse me, Mr. Conductor, I found this $50 bill. Would you turn it over to the proper
Would you turn
check?
it in and
All
make
right,
sure that
I'm
somebody
the
gets
proper
it?
authority.
Tell me
Thank
the
you.
serial number and you can have it
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Yeah, at that point, you could be some problem, though. But that's great news. By the way, the Cardinals have 3 games with the Dodgers, 3 with the Padres, and those are games that the Phillies will not play. So they have 7 with the Brewers and then the 6 with the Dodgers and the Padres, and those are road games. Cardinals swept the Yankees. You start to look at them a little bit more dangerous.
They got like 2 MVP candidates. Yeah, they're dangerous.
And they are,
way more concerned about them than the Brewers. Not even close.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that they may the Cardinals may put the Brewers out of their misery. And
I think so.
And then we're sitting here in 2 weeks going, well, you're in the postseason. Now it's just a matter of what
I can't
seed
get my
you
mind
are.
around that.
Wouldn't that be crazy? If there was no drama to it?
That would be weird. And MLB would probably be a little ticked, right?
I think they'd be ticked.
Because you put that third wild card in hoping, 4 teams are competing for it.
Well, they thought coconut oil was for real. That's their mistake. They thought it was for real.
It's almost impressive the way you brought Gabe Kapler back into that.
I know, right?
7 games out, baby. Look, how hard is it to be 1 game up and 7 games back in a matter of 3 weeks? Like, how bad do you have to go for that to happen? It couldn't happen to him.
The Phillies better clinch this early. I'm just looking at their schedule. I didn't realize the last 10 games of the season are on the road.
Yeah, but do you see who they play on the road? 2 of the series? 2 of the series.
Yeah, Chicago, Washington,
Chicago,
and
Washington.
Houston.
Then they
Houston might be already wrapped up and not really playing anybody.
Houston's going to have a division wrapped up by then.
God, they could be on the road for like 3 straight weeks if they go into the playoffs and they have to go on the road there also.
That's why, unlike Connor Thomas, I will focus on them getting a home playoff series.
Love it.
Where they can play the 3 games. Thank you, Gabe. We appreciate that. So I heard a story this weekend. Bob, did you ever do travel baseball? See, I just did Broomall, Babe Ruth. Marple, Babe Ruth, 13, 14, 15.
No, we didn't.
I didn't do travel.
We didn't do travel baseball.
Okay, because travel baseball is a big thing. Jamie, did you do travel? Because that one picture that you had was at LaSalle. That was at LaSalle.
I didn't really do
the picture
travel.
you showed last week. What was it? The picture you had of you in baseball was that?
That was Noah Syndergaard.
What?
That picture I
wasn't
tweeted.
Jamie.
Everybody thought that was me.
I can't believe how many people thought that was you.
Anthony thought it was me. You thought it was me. People on Twitter.
I swear to you right now, I thought that was you.
That was Noah
There's
Syndergaard.
one major giveaway. The dude had hair.
Well, no,
Jamie doesn't have hair.
Jamie had hair.
Yeah, but there was
Up
a
until like
cap
7
on.
years
But
old.
there was a cap on.
Yeah.
Have you never seen the pictures of Noah Syndergaard when he was a kid?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause he was like a fat nerd.
Well, wait a minute. I just mistaken him for Jamie.
I'm telling you
I
what he
swear
was.
to you, I thought that was you.
Anthony thought it was me too because I texted him and he goes,
I thought
"Oh,
it
you're
was.
looking good, brother." And I was like, "Dude, that's Noah Syndergaard, man."
All right, Connor, did you play travel baseball before you played college baseball?
My whole life.
You played travel baseball?
Yeah, every summer from when I was like 8 to when I was 20.
Okay, now, Coach, this might work for you, too, because you coach soccer, and you're coaching what age group? Is it 9, 10?
They're U11, so...
Oh, a U11, okay.
Yeah, so 10-year-old, and it's travel team, too.
Okay, this is under 12. This is U12. So what does that mean, 10, 11, 12?
No,
for baseball?
U12 is usually 11.
11, okay.
The U stands for under.
Okay, so here it is. I'm hearing this story about a local travel baseball all-star team. And so one of our friends' kids has been really elevating. He grew like 3 inches. He's put on some weight, and the kid is really good at baseball. But he was told for this travel all-star team, well, there's only a few spots available for next year. And because of the returning players they have. I'm like, wait a minute here. When you're talking about 10 and 11-year-olds, are you kidding me? There are 10 and 11-year-olds that you're saying, well, you got a guaranteed spot. You got a guaranteed spot. You're guaranteed. Why should that be? Shouldn't every year when you're 10 and 11 and 12, shouldn't you have to compete to earn a spot on an elite team? You shouldn't have like automatic buys because you were good at 10 because some kid could elevate himself and be better than you by the time you're 11, right?
Yeah, it's a fair point. What the organization is potentially thinking, and I'm going off of what I
Because you
went
did
through.
this.
Yeah. So
What organization?
I played for Tri-State Arsenal, so Zach Gallen came out of there. Mike Trout came out of there. They put
And Connor
came
Thomas.
out of there. And of course, Connor
Organization or team?
Organization.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have how many teams do they have? They have tons.
30
all different.
some teams.
Yeah.
Different
Organization
age groups.
seems.
No, but that
Okay.
is organization.
Yeah,
It
they've
is.
got
They
like
have
3 or 4
bylaws.
teams per age group,
Right.
from like maybe 8 to like 16.
I just called it.
Well, why should any kid have a bye onto next year's like traveling all-star team?
I don't love that they do, but the reason the organization is probably doing it, when you have a more
I
competitive
can't
team,
take organization.
No, it is
it's,
the truth,
it's
though.
legitimately, it's like
I can't take it.
it's legitimately like they're
Organization,
creating
no.
professional
It is
baseball
hilarious.
players.
We're talking about 10-year-olds and you're bringing down organizations.
It's not an organization. It's a
No,
team.
it is, though. No, it is.
No. I can't hear
Coach,
it and not laugh.
Coach, why should there be buys onto the team for next year where the kids aren't even going to try out till March, I guess?
Yeah, there shouldn't be. And with Cameron's travel team, he has to try out every spring for fall. And I'm going through the exact same thing with Cameron's Union Academy. He has tryouts this Saturday for the Union Academy.
You got tryouts.
And he has to, with 750 other kids, he has to try out again.
I mean, Connor,
Yeah.
did you face this?
Yeah, it
Or
happened.
did you automatically go back on the team you were the year before?
No, it happens. Tryouts are the right way to handle it. But the reason you might be doing it, let's say you have a 12-year-old who's getting looks. Because
Getting looks for what?
getting looks for colleges. I had a friend's younger brother who committed to Vanderbilt.
In sixth grade.
Committed to Vanderbilt at like 14.
That's 8th grade.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, it's unbelievable where they're picking up some of these kids. And if you have somebody who's getting looks, that can make differences for your organization.
Yeah, but you
So
can't have a team.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying when these organizations look at it, the way they make money
Teams
is
look at
playing in these big showcases. They're organizations. They got
Well,
like
Jamie,
30
they really
teams.
are.
I refuse to call them organizations.
really, they
I
are,
call them
though.
organizations. I cannot call them.
They play for national championships.
Jamie, and it's
They have,
huge
like-
money, too.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
they have big-
I refuse to call it
I'm the same
organization.
way. I just can't.
It's hard to have this conversation, but
I mean-
but what it is they're trying to bring back players that they think are going to get them into tournaments that are high profile, so they get more exposure, so they get more money for their program, or they're trying to get kids that are getting scouted to get other kids looks or get their organization looks.
Bob, it seems like daddy ball to me.
I was going to say, how many coaches' sons are guaranteed
It
spots
sounds
on
like
the
daddy
team?
ball.
Yeah, it seems like the better players are the ones whose fathers are always the coaches. I mean, you're talking 11 and 12 years old. Look, I say this all the time when I was coaching, and I say it to parents when my kids are growing up. If your kid's good enough, he's going to be found. Don't worry about it. Ain't a lot of kids roaming this earth that have NBA or MLB or pro football potential that never played the game. So don't worry about it. They'll be found. Like whether your kid makes the A team as an 11-year-old or the B team, don't worry. The best players rise to the top, and the guys that are good players stay good players.
Yeah, they're absolutely.
Doesn't change.
I'm not saying they're handling it the right way. I'm giving
Right,
you the
yeah.
organization's reasoning for why they would do this. I don't agree with it.
What's the
but
team's
that's why it
reasoning?
happens.
Now, I know my buddy Vinny Gallo's checking in, and he's a baseball coach at the collegiate level, and he says flat out that travel baseball's become an absolute mess. And just hearing from other people here, it's moneymaker, it's political.
Well, yeah, they started calling themselves organizations.
But the thing is, though, Jamie, these things
I mean, that's the start of the end.
Jamie, they're moneymakers.
When you call
like
yourself an
wouldn't believe.
organization, you're more worried about money than you are you know what I mean? Like, it became bigger than baseball.
Here's where it goes.
We played teams that were sponsored by like Mizuno. They would show up in a Mizuno
guess
coach
what?
bus.
No.
Did you ever play the
That's
team that was
insane.
sponsored by Chico's bail bonds?
This team,
No, we didn't.
Connor, this team is sponsored by Mizuno.
Yes. Like that's
And
an
he says-
organization.
and the one dad
I refuse to
says,
call them that.
I think we have like 2 spots for next year. And my buddy goes, it's August. Tryouts are in February. He's like, what are you talking about? You have 2 spots. Well, we have 2.
Well, what if one of those kids gets the yips and can't hit a baseball anymore?
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, or what if like a kid grows 3 inches and puts on.
Especially at that age, absolutely.
gosh.
Yeah, I had a parent one time say to me,
It's weird about Mizzou.
why does my kid have to try out? Their kid was one of the better basketball players. And I looked at her and I said, oh, he doesn't. And she goes, oh, good. I thought. And I go, doesn't he like basketball anymore? And she says, oh, he loves it. I said, well, if he doesn't try out, he's not playing.
Correct.
And she goes, well, you just said. I said, yeah. I said, he doesn't have to try out.
That means he won't play.
Yeah.
You're not forcing him to try out.
I mean, it's just silly. Like the funness. Like I think, John, you said some of your friends said that it's getting to be too political and all that stuff. Why is the fun being taken out of sports in so many cases?
Because parents are inserting themselves into it.
Because scholarships
It's all
are on the
about
line.
parents
College
doing
is too much money.
There
That's
was
crazy.
We had Little League. Now, in Atlanta, there's a lot of, the youth baseball's crazy. But there was Little League coaches in our neighborhood that were coaching 7 and 8 year olds. They were preparing for their draft. They had binders that were, I'm holding up a phone book thick, preparing for 7 and 8 year olds to be drafted in. Who were they going to take in the Little League draft? And I literally made fun of them on the air one day, and they were ready to kill me. They're like, "You're kidding me. You're making fun." I'm like, "You're talking about 7 and 8 year olds, and you guys are sitting here like acting like you're playing Moneyball, putting together a roster for 7 and 8 year olds." That's where it becomes about the parents and not the kids.
Yeah.
At that point, then it's craziness.
Absolutely. Now, the 10 and 11, like the age for the Little League World Series is capped out at 12. I think
Right.
you have to be 12.
Unless you're from the
Friday
Bronx.
season start.
I can't wait to put in some bets on the Little League.
So those are kids that are on TV. That's a big, I'm going to say the O word again. That's a big
God,
organization.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Little League is an organization.
Home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
So that's the other stuff that factors. Like these kids are getting more exposure because of media in today's age. So it's not the right way to handle
incredible.
it, but it's taking over youth sports.
Good job, Connor.
Real Sports did a really good story on this probably about a year ago. You could probably find it on
Is it heartbreaking?
HBO Max. It just went into like the business of youth sports, how some towns are literally putting all their money into building these, 4-field super complexes that will attract tournament teams and how much money goes into it. And they interviewed a couple parents that were putting thousands of dollars into it. And Jamie's right. The goal was college scholarship.
Pat, where we used to live, real close to us, a 12-field complex that they actually built 2 hotels.
Yep.
For so many travel things, because down south you can play all year long. They built a Courtyard by Marriott and like a Fairfield Inn on each end of it. And then with like little Subway and all these kind of restaurants.
Well, Ripken's like that down by Baltimore. Yeah,
it's
they
big
have
money.
It doesn't seem like that long ago where you could just there was a guy that played for the Dodgers who literally just played in an empty sandlot with his buddies. His name was like Benny something.
Benny, I think he had a nickname.
He was fast.
And he was fast.
He was really fast.
But
It was the PF Flyers.
All he did was play in the sandlot with eight friends.
the Jets.
Oh,
7 at first.
That's exactly 7. They needed that.
They didn't call that an organization. That was a team.
That was just a team.
In fact, they actually beat the organization back.
They did. They did. The
Yeah.
fancy uniform boys.
Hey, if you
Mom wears army boots.
if you had this guy's name on your Eagles training camp hype report before training camp, you were really prophetic, or maybe pathetic. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm going to tell you that the way that CoPair Health has affected me is my weight loss, 25 pounds, 15 weeks, and I'm not as affected by the heat anymore. And I've always had a problem with my thyroid after cancer, and the heat used to do a number on me. Now I can be out in extreme heat, and it doesn't kill me. It doesn't knock me out. And I'm getting to meet a lot of our 97.5 The Fanatic listeners who have done CoPair now and have lost for themselves 20, 25, 30 pounds. And you're going to hear some of those commercials airing on the station. You do it naturally. You don't need supplements. You don't need injections. You don't need hormones. You just need regular food. And you need coaching. And that's where CoPair Health comes in. I love CoPair, and I love that I thought weight loss was going to be incredibly hard. It wasn't. It really was easy to do. And when you're being led through the CoPair process by a great coach, it helps you. I know I feel better. During the month of August, first 50 listeners are going to save yourself a lot. You're going to have great. Come on, make the call today. Go to copairhealth.com on the web. CoPair is absolutely going to change your life.
The John Kincade Show.
Listen, I like kids, but this is not a kid's environment. This is like HBO. No limits.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Go yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run hit. Nick Castellanos did not hit a home run for the entire month of July, but he's getting going here in August. So maybe you put your bet down on Castellanos, and if he doesn't go yard, the benefit is $5 per home run hit in the game. By both teams, you get money for it. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So head over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code FANATIC. That's promo code FANATIC.
21 plus and present PA. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 9/21/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
Hey, hot dogs, sausages.
Maybe instead of using a stadium vendor to feed the office, we should have just ordered through EasyCater.
I got nachos here. Nachos?
Yeah, right here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was fun at first, but it is kind of disruptive.
Cheesesteak here. Who wants a cheesesteak? Over here. Coming at you.
Oh, right in the face.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but EasyCater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Hey, Chief, we got a damaged RV on its way to the OR.
Well, that sounds like a job for the new head of RV surgery.
Wait, are you promoting me?
Congrats, Martinez.
Doctor, that RV's flatlining.
Well, that sounds like a job for the new head of nursing.
So you're just promoting everyone now?
Yeah, kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes, you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Dealing with an outdated printer that just can't keep up with you? Visit Staples and upgrade to a new HP Envy Inspire with HP Plus, HP's best home printer. And it comes with 6 months of free ink. It prints everything you need, from homework and work documents to incredible photos and more with amazing quality. Right now, save $70 on the HP Envy Inspire 7955E, available at Staples. Offer valid through August 27th. See staples.com/HP Plus for details.
This summer, the General Building Contractors Association is reminding the construction industry and all workers to stay safe while working in the heat.
Look out for signs of heat-related illness, like dizziness, fatigue, slurred speech, heavy sweating, and nausea. If you see a coworker showing symptoms, quickly cool them off, and when in doubt, call 911.
Learn more about working safely in the heat by downloading Toolbox Talks at gbca.com. We're GBCA, and we're building safer together.
School is back,
And Dick's Sporting Goods has everything you need to gear up so you can show up. With the widest selection from the hottest brands like Nike, Jordan, Hoka, The North Face, and more. The looks you want, the backpacks you need. When you're running short on time, 1 hour pickup is always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. Plus, now through August 13th, get 30% off select Nike styles. Every school year starts at Dick's. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection, poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster. In the back.
Now, back to the John Kincaid Show.
Thank God this is radio, or you'd have to be looking at my face.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hopefully you're having a great Monday morning, and you're hanging out with us, the John Kincaid Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. If you missed the beginning of the show today, Pat Egan learned not only does that radio that he carries in his hand, which we call a phone, it's also a calendar. That was something you learned. It's a calendar.
What are they going to think of next with these cell phones?
Bob said it. They can get you places. They can tell you how to get places.
Pat, when you find out the websites you can access with that phone.
Oh, I remember the moment I found out the websites I could access with that phone.
Yeah?
It was a life-changing day, boys. That was
really?
Fun.
There's no parental blocks?
That was fun. No, there wasn't. Because I set up the internet, so it was great.
Whoa. Your parents had you set up your mom had you set up the internet?
Well, when I got my first smartphone,
okay,
I think it was the iPhone 3. I was
what age?
20.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Well, I guess I'm not thinking about it correctly. His iPhones were what?
I think the first one came out in
7.
Yeah,
7.
So then I finally got my own plan. In
next year, I heard you're going to get it, right?
No, actually,
you're going off mom's plan next year.
Your mom's on your plan?
Yeah, my mom.
Yeah, Donna's parents are on our plan.
Let me
too,
tell you, when I put her on my plan, the first time that she missed the payment by like a day, I was having a field day.
Ready to kill her?
No, I was enjoying getting back on her. I will shut this plan off. I have no problem shutting your phone off. All right? I brought your phone into this world. I can take it out of it. It was a good day.
Deadpool.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. He's
got a phone company.
He has a phone company.
Yeah, it's a Cricket, right?
And he doesn't just do the ads for it.
He's an owner.
It's not Cricket.
Oh, is it Mint?
It's Mint.
Yeah.
He's actually an owner. He's not just doing the ads for it. It's his company.
He brought back Rick Moranis.
Yeah. And you know what they've done is they're having
two Canadian legends.
His is having the new thing is friends and family plan, where you don't have to be related. You and I could be on the same plan. With his.
Yeah,
you can buddy up. You can buddy up with like 3 of your buddies.
But John, it doesn't, because when you're here,
yes,
your family.
That's his slogan for the company.
That should have been the
slogan.
slogan.
Doesn't even matter. I mean.
Hey, Huntington Valley Bank is fast growing. It's the best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking. We have a linchpin coming up, and Jamie is going to do a retraction. That's all we're going to tell you about it coming up. If you had wide receiver Britton Covey on your Eagles training camp hype bingo card, you win. I went back and read the undrafted players or the players that were expected to come out of nowhere during training camp, and I got to tell you, a lot of people who covered the Eagles had no idea who Britton Covey was. I didn't either. I went to Google. Considering they have him now running drills with the first and second team offenses, this guy may find a place on this roster. It may be as a kick returner, though. But I wonder, what does Britton Covey's emergence say for the ideas that will or will not Jalen Reagor be here? Does it because when you're running, we're not to the first preseason game yet, but when Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen want to see Britton Covey running with the first and second team offenses, That tells me they believe they potentially have something that they could use.
Could be. Could also be, all right, we can't get through to Jalen Reagor by talking to him. Maybe we have to get through to him another way.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
Britton Covey, go in there and replace Jalen Reagor with the first teams.
He caught everything thrown his way, reportedly. Two different practices in a row. Everything thrown his way, Bob. Nothing hitting the ground.
Yeah.
That's not Jalen Reagor.
Doesn't appear to be. Yeah, he's getting noticed. And if you're Jalen Reagor, you worry about that. Are the Eagles looking to unload him? I thought I saw like a trade rumor this weekend or something like that with Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, I don't know if that was legit or not, but I saw the same one.
Yeah.
What was it? Well,
I want to say was it the Ravens?
I mean, they've been trying to unload him for.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to unload him.
It was a team with an injury, I think, that had interest, according to this Twitter user. But
was there a blue check?
No.
Well, then it's not true.
Well, that's not true because I've had stuff, John, and I've been right. I don't have a blue check.
Well, I mean, but you're Jamie.
Take that guy's lie. I don't have a blue check. Yeah, Bob doesn't have a blue check.
You're Jamie Lynch.
Yeah, there's no the blue checks are overrated.
The blue check is overrated.
Totally.
Yeah, I just think people get fooled a lot by the non-blue check. Let's put it that way.
Well, if Bob Cooney had a text that went viral, would you not believe it?
I would believe it because it's Bob Cooney.
Well, he doesn't have a blue check.
You don't even know who this guy is proposing the trade thing. What's his
that's why I didn't believe it.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not believing it either.
So
I don't believe
Bob,
I don't believe there's a market for Jalen Reagor.
No, probably not much of one. I mean, at 6th rounder, somebody would probably give you.
Yeah, maybe 7th, 6th, 7th.
The thing with Covey, he might make the team. But just looking at Rager's numbers, he's a 7.8 dead cap hit, 3.6 to keep. So it's $4 million to just cut him. Do they really want to do that? Probably not. So, yeah, Covey might be making news, and he might make it as a kick returner, but I'd still be surprised if Rager's not here. I would be, just because of the financials of it.
Probably. Financials of it, and the smack in the face for Howie,
And you don't want to give up on a
pick.
kid yet as a first-rounder. This is the final year.
Yeah, like I said, look, a lot of us disagreed, and a lot of people said he shouldn't have been taken in the first round. But he had, by most accounts, second-round ability. Well, that should still be there. Second-round ability's okay.
Should still be there.
They just have to. They have to find it, and he has to show it. Whether they're ready to give up. But Britton Covey, if I hear you what you're saying that he's catching everything, I can't do that. I can't give up Jalen Reagor for a Britton Covey. I mean, the kid barely played college football. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
I mean, Devontae Smith's apparently been working with him on his routes and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he'll make the team, but I don't think it'll be in place of Reagor necessarily.
Patty?
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend to have known about this guy before 6 a.m. when we got our show 5 a.m. before we got our show seats.
Yeah, I had to read all about him from the great beat writers of the Eagles and then do research on my own. I had no idea.
Yeah, but there's always some undrafted free agent who ends up making the team, or at the very least will put on practice squad, and they usually bring up. He was a captain at Utah, which, I mean, that was just a quick Google search. I saw that, so that probably goes a long way, too. He's got that hard work, determination, leadership stuff. It looked like by stats-wise, he was a jack of all trades, and I'm literally going by stats because, as I said, I have no idea who he is. But
and Utah's not a dog program.
No, they're not. But, yeah, I think if they can unload Jalen Reagor on somebody, they're going to do it. And I don't think it has to do with Britton Covey. I think it had to do with the fact that they just don't really see a future with him.
It's
so if you can get a valuable asset for him, like a draft pick.
It's one of those stories to watch. Just something to watch.
Yeah, he's the name.
I don't know. Would a 6th-round draft pick be worth a $4 million dead cap hit? Or was it $7 million?
It's the difference because his cap
the difference is $4 million.
Yeah, probably not. But if he's never going to see the field and you want to take a shot on somebody else, maybe.
What about the other kid, the sprinter?
Oh, Devin Allen?
Not really hearing much about him.
I heard the other day, when he's in the open field, you can tell that he's fast. That's all I heard. That's nothing to do with catching or beating a defender or anything like that. Britton Covey's becoming that topic that you brought up a couple weeks ago. Oh, who's the training camp?
Exactly. He's the guy
that's going to fizzle out. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not trying to besmirch the young man what he's accomplishing, but good luck to him. But
I hope he makes it because that means he earned it.
By the way, I think Bob, this is a new chair that I'm in.
Oh yeah,
I think it's brand new.
You like it?
Really nice.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very nice. It's very firm. It's comfortable padding in the back. Nobody's peeled the arms off. which for some reason we got jackasses around this radio station who peel the arms of chairs.
Yeah, that was gross.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's weird.
It happened within the first year of the chair.
Like, why would you peel the vinyl or the faux leather off a chair? Like, why would you do that?
I'm not gonna.
The monkeys do that at the Great Adventure.
I may or may not know who does it.
Oh, you do?
I'm not gonna throw that person under the bus.
Coach, have you ever looked into the peeling of the chairs around here?
Yeah.
Dude, by the way, you seem to know nothing about the new chairs this morning. Do you know nothing about how these got in here? They're beautiful.
No, nothing.
Are you serious? You know nothing about it?
I don't know anything.
Like the Pixies just showed up.
He's giggling.
I don't know anything.
But
I do know who peels the chairs.
You do?
Yeah, no, we'll do some dirty laundry later.
Well, dirty laundry implies it's one of us.
All right.
Oh, good. I can't wait then.
All
I
right,
know it's not me.
in the linchpin.
I have a feeling they're going to say it's me, and it's not.
In the linchpin, this is linchpin, so this is Jamie. It is. He shifted his stance on something.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, Rhys Hoskins is a guy I've gone hot and cold with through the entirety of his career. His defense kills me. I just don't understand how somebody can be so athletic and so bad at first base.
Is he so athletic?
Yeah, when you're hitting 30-plus dingers and
Does
multiple...
that make you athletic?
Yeah. I mean, hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do.
Dave Kingman hit 40 home runs and wasn't athletic.
Next, you're going to tell me Cecil Fielder wasn't athletic? His hand-eye coordination.
Cecil was.
Oh, did I say Cecil?
I don't know.
Cecil? Who cares? Yeah, Rhys Hoskins is the epitome of hot and cold. He'll get on a hot streak where he looks like he's one of the best power hitters in baseball. He'll go on a cold streak where he just doesn't show up. I've accepted him for what he is. If they commit to him for the long term, I'm in. He's having another really good year. He really
is.
He's just consistent. He hits the back of his baseball card almost every year. And that's rare, especially looking at the first baseman free agent market coming up these next 2 seasons. It's not good. They kind of have a logjam of first base, especially if JT is going to play it one day. And if Derek Halls turns out to be real, or if Castellanos, wants to DH first base at some point down the line because Harper's coming back. There is a little bit of a logjam there, but I'm cool with it. If they decide, Rhys, here's a 5-year deal, I'm in.
Go ahead.
I'm in.
But then you're not getting Trey
what?
Turner.
Because Rock and I did this on the way home on Friday. It's funny. And we came up with a number that I thought was good, and I wonder if he'd like it. $575.
I think that's cheap. If I was Rhys' agent,
get him at 15.
Yeah, I'd fire my agent.
Because you'd be paying him less. You'd be paying him less though than.
I think you're looking at 4 for
Castellanos and
$100.
Schwarber got.
Yeah, I think you're looking
5
at
for $100,
4 for $100, maybe
4 for $100.
Probably.
What did Castellanos get? 4 for $100.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd have to give him that. There's no way he's taking less than Castellanos.
Maybe 5 for $120, something like that.
He's not taking less than Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I've accepted who he is.
Because he's better than Nick Castellanos at the plate. And he's had a better
It's a good one. It's probably fairly close.
He's more consistent
they're
at the
both
plate.
Butchers in the field.
They're both butchers in the field.
So you just kind of wipe that one off, and then you're just comparing their offense. It's probably a pretty good debate if you really dive into it. I'm good with it. I've made up my mind. I was sitting there yesterday, and I just went, okay, I know.
But you're not getting, then Trey Turner's off your board then. You can't have them both.
Well, maybe you can move somebody else. Maybe you move JT or you move whatever. I'm not going to worry about Trey Turner yet. If the decision was asked of me today, are you good with Rhys Hoskins the next 4 or 5 years at first base? I would say yes.
Well, it's funny. I'm kind of on that train, too, where you laugh off a guy that goes 30 and 90 for you.
Yeah,
like, that's exactly what you want.
That's what I did yesterday. He had another bomb, and I just went, man, when this guy's on, he's great.
Yeah, 4 home runs in 4 straight games.
The fact that you say the first thing, though, is what's disturbing.
Well, he's going to have his cold periods, and that's fine. I've come to accept that, just like I came to accept the inability to field the position. I'm okay with it.
Why are you okay with that? Why are you settling for that?
Because who are you going to put there that's better?
Well, already you see that the kid at first base is better than him as fielding the position. Just basic fielding.
John, any of us would be just as good as Rhys Hoskins fielding the position. He's bad.
I got you.
But looking at the free agent market, there's not a better alternative. So unless you're going from within, I'm good with it. I accept Reese. I'm good with him at first base for the foreseeable future.
That's why I brought it up last week. I was, the numbers I'm wondering about. I don't want to go 25 though. I don't want to go 25 million a year. I don't think he's that player.
Here's what I'm gonna say to you.
Oh, Vince says Nick was 5 for 100.
So if
you could do that with Reese, I'm in.
Okay, Nick Castellanos, more than double the career plate appearances of Rhys Hoskins. Did you know that? I did not know that.
Nick's been in the league for a little while.
More than
since what, 13?
Nick Castellanos, 178 career home runs. Rhys Hoskins, 141.
Wow.
Runs batted in is Rhys Hoskins has 65% of the runs batted in of Nick Castellanos in less than half the plate appearances.
I think Nick took a little while there in Detroit to get going. So that might be a part of it. I don't think he did. I don't think he found his power, Nick, that is, until like year 5 or 6 of his career.
Rhys Hoskins has 50 more walks in 2,000 and some plate appearances less. 2,200 plate appearances less. He has 50 more walks.
Walking isn't
Nick
something that Nick Castellanos wants to do.
I think the more apt comparison would be take the last 5 years of each and stack them up that way.
On base percentage, 356 for Hoskins, 326 for Castellanos.
Yeah, he doesn't walk or really get up.
Slugging percentage, Hoskins, .500 to .476.
What's doubles?
Doubles. Is
that there?
Doubles is Nick has doubled Rhys Hoskins in the number of at-bats, but he's also had twice as many at-bats.
Yeah, sure. That's why I think you have to just do the last 5 years. Nick wasn't a power hitter for a long time. It's a good debate, though. That would be fun. Yeah. A fun bar room. Nick or Reese, offensive. Who would you take? But yesterday it just came over me. I went,
was it the Heat?
Good. Yeah, maybe. I just went, all right, I know what he is. I can count on that.
Does the homegrown thing come into play with you at all?
No.
Also?
Not really.
Yeah. Because I heard somebody complain.
It does for me.
Yeah, you know what, Pat?
It does for me.
I wouldn't mind seeing him finish out a career and you say, okay, there's another guy but there's a guy that they brought up and had his long career here. And maybe Bryson Stott's that also. Maybe there's some guys that they have brought up. Maybe Aaron Nola's that. Maybe Ranger Suarez is that. And then the bashing of the two. And then the bashing of the minor league system maybe can come down a little bit.
There you go. They got a lot of homegrown talent going on right now. Working out for them. Bob, you haven't heard that this guy's been doing well, and it sort of bothered you.
Yeah, I read 2 things yesterday. Nakobe Dean, they're trying to throw him with the first unit, trying to get him going, and it just doesn't seem like it's really clicking all that quickly with him, which is okay. He's a rookie third. When you break everything down, he's still just a rookie third-round linebacker on a team that has a plethora of linebackers. I'm not saying you have a plethora of great linebackers, but you have a lot of linebackers there, and that might turn out to be one of the strengths of the defense. But I was kind of hoping, and I said this to you guys before training camp started, that Nakobe Dean's name would be said an awful lot this training camp. Like, oh, my God, that guy can move, that guy can cover. He comes out of nowhere, all these things. And I was watching more college highlights of him this weekend just to familiarize myself again with him after I read the not-so-glowing reports on him. But it appears he's struggling a little bit right now, and it's understandable. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just a little disappointed. Do
you blame yourself for setting a bar too high? Maybe?
Could be, yeah. I loved watching him in college. God, loved watching him play in college. I was hoping that he would really open some eyes here right away. Then that's unfair of me. It sure is. For a third rounder, it's unfair of me to think that. But I don't want to say he's my favorite Eagle, but I want him to become. I almost want him to become that, because I told you guys. I said one of my favorite roles in sports is a playmaking linebacker. In all of sports, I love playmaking linebackers.
Well, then you're going to love Kazir White, because apparently he's having a great camp.
Yeah,
remember, he led the Chargers in tackles last year.
Yeah, somebody had that line this weekend. All he does is tackle.
Okay, great. I like linebackers that tackle.
Exactly.
As long as
Chris Carter, all he does is score touchdowns.
As long as it's not 10 yards downfield, then I'm great with it.
And that's what some of the Chargers fans said, is that it was a deceptive stat.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it was 2 and 3 yards past him, and he tackles the guy.
Sure. Well, who led the Eagles in tackles last year?
Alex Singleton.
Yeah, exactly. Enough said, right?
I just don't want to. The Jordan Davis stuff though is crazy. The visuals are crazy.
Yeah, I think Fletcher Cox's quote was, "It's hard to move a dump truck or something like that." Like I think even Fletcher Cox is going, "Wow, this guy's making me look tiny."
Well, he's gigantic.
Yeah, he was walking on the field last night, and there's a video guy in front of him, backing up, and then other players would walk around him, and he stuck out among other players. That's hard to do on a football team. Stick out size-wise among your teammates, but he does.
He makes Cam Jurgens in that video, he makes him look tiny, like he's pushing him around. Jurgens is a badass offensive lineman out of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And in that
corn-fed, country strong, and he's just getting bulldozed
because that's what potentially Jordan Davis can do. It may as we go on. I just wonder what we're going to see. We're going to talk about it later on in the show, but I wonder what we're going to see in these preseason games.
I hope the rookies play.
Yeah, I hope we get to see something.
I don't want them crowning rookies, being too good for preseason
Not
games.
like travel baseball.
Well, the organization, I hope, does the. I still can't believe he's calling them organizations. There's money in them.
How about
that? Doesn't mean they have to be called organizations.
There's one here, and one of my buddies listening. He says, some of these organizations. Jamie's chuckling. He says, I chuckle too, but they'll have annual revenues between $2 and $3 million.
Well, let me just say this: you
because
sound foolish when you call a 10-year-old boys baseball team an organization.
Me and Jamie were talking on the break. Remember when you were little and you would get your jerseys and you'd be like, "Oh man, I'm the Reds, I'm the Yankees." Now you're the organization called
presented by Mizuno.
Yeah.
You know what it has now? It has we have the Glamour Shot poster. Not poster, like sort of banner that has to be put up every time behind our dugout with our kids, with our pictures and everything on it. And we all have our monogram golf, our bat bags. And we've got we have 7 different jerseys.
That's kind of disturbing to me that they have revenue of that.
Because they own the fields too. A lot of the ones that are most successful actually build the fields and then have that as part of it. So all the revenue coming into them. It is crazy.
It's creepy to me.
There's 2 of them here that are pointed out to me. A guy says down in Georgia and Florida, where you were talking about the hotels, John, they actually own the land. The hotels then literally are paying rent to build on these properties. This is incredible. Pat, we need to think about this with maybe a mega rink. Maybe doing something like this.
Yeah, I mean,
having 4 rinks.
It is crazy. Like these podunk towns, like Pawnee, Indiana, are coming up with Ice Town, and they're just trying to get everybody to. They're spending all their town money on this ice palace.
Couple of hotels, restaurants.
They're just trying to get the youth sports there to boost economy.
All right, coming up, I'm going to tell you how you can have your opportunity to hang out with us, and we would absolutely love to see you. We'll tell you about it coming up next, so make sure that you don't turn the dial. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I don't know if you bet preseason football, but if you want to, you can on the BetPARX app. If you follow BetPARX on Twitter, too, you're going to get game lines, special odds boosts, and more. I got to tell you, though, I'm not a preseason football bettor. Just don't do it. The Birds, though, 2.5-point home underdogs against Gang Green coming down from New York on Friday. What I will do, though, is put futures bets out there. And if you had $100 right now to bet on your Birds, you could win $3,000 if they hoist the Lombardi Trophy. How about if you are a fan of Buffalo, the pretty much favorites, $600 on a $100 bet. Get those bets in now, those preseason wagers. You can get a risk-free bet up to $750. Use the promo code Kincaid. If you mess up, it'll be refunded to you in site credit. I love it. Just use my promo code Kincaid. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Learn about the next generation Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with unlimited 300 megabits per second internet for $29.99 a month with a 2-year rate guarantee and no annual contract required when you add Xfinity Mobile. Plus, get a free 4K streaming box. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Performance Pro Internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices. Actual speeds vary. Requires compatible Xfinity Gateway. Limited quantities available.
In the Delaware Valley, helping each other isn't just the neighborly thing to do. It's in our blood. It's in our plasma, too. In fact, over the years, thousands of Philadelphia area residents have helped people they'll never even meet by donating plasma at local CSL plasma donation centers. Your plasma donations have been instrumental in our efforts to create new therapies for patients living with rare and serious diseases and have helped us provide medicines and vaccines to people in more than 100 countries around the world. We're proud to be part of this community, and we can't wait to say thank you in person at local events in the community throughout the summer. So please, when you see the CSL tent, stop by to cool off, hydrate, and grab a fun giveaway. Interested in other ways you can partner with CSL to improve patients' quality of life? Ask us about participating in one of our clinical trials or learn more at CSLBearingTrials.com. That's CSLBearingTrials.com. We thank you for all that you do, Philadelphia, because together we are saving lives.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. An oil change with quality oil like Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic can help your engine get more out of every mile. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $35.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Straight Talk Wireless knows there are plenty of reasons you might need a new phone. But switching to a better wireless provider doesn't have to be one of them. Keep your own phone and save when you switch to any Straight Talk Wireless plan, like our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with unlimited high-speed data and 5 gigs of hotspot, plus nationwide 5G on America's best networks. Keep your own phone. Switch to a better wireless plan. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. Requires a compatible unlocked phone and QIOP kit. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average oak tree branch can hold 70 pounds. Something you probably do know, your neighbor is building their kid a treehouse. Something you probably don't know, a falling treehouse would take out your whole fence. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
93.3 WMMR presents Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin. Live in concert this summer with Bush, plus special guests. This Thursday at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin, part of the Mattress Warehouse concert series.
In sports, if someone misses their assignment, your team is in deep shit. The same is true for your building's water and wastewater pump system. If one pump goes down, you'll be knee-deep in, well, you get the picture. Trust Pumpman Philly to troubleshoot, repair, rebuild, and maintain the commercial, industrial, or municipal water and wastewater pump system in your building or facility. Call Pumpman Philly at 833-559-PUMP or visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the breaks.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hopefully you had a great weekend. And it seems like the new habit is people to tell us about the drive up this morning. I got a drive up this morning from Manuel or Manuel. It's either Manuel or Manuel.
I call him Manny.
Manny, who drove from Cape May this morning to his office in Jenkintown. How much is the race? He goes, I heard you do this last week.
Cape May.
I timed myself this morning. He said, Cape May, 2 blocks from Congress Hall. So Bobby's really giving us the setup here.
Yeah.
2 blocks from Congress Hall is his house. How long to Jenkintown to the office?
Hour 52.
I was going to say 148. We're right there with each other, yeah.
Hour 27.
Holy 1 hour and 51 minutes.
Boom.
You guys both were like, you were right on both sides of it.
Yeah, I don't live far from Jenkintown, so that was kind of.
He said the Monday ride up is an understated way to.
It's a great way. Screw that Sunday traffic. If you have the capability of staying and leaving early, Monday, do it.
He said seeing, and he puts it here, for any of your listeners, seeing the Sunday sunset and knowing you just have to go to bed like an hour or so early to be able to make the drive up is well worth it. To be able to see that and not rush off the beach or anything like that. All right, the 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by our friends at Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. All right, it's time for the announcement. And we would really love to see you. Why does it smell like feet in here? What is
Bob's got Fritos. Fritos smell like feet.
It's Fritos.
Delicious
feet. It
feet.
smells like feet.
Yeah, they smell like dog paws.
Yeah, they do. They have that like stale smell.
Oh, sorry, I don't have your mature palate of having what'd you have?
A Rice Krispie treat? It's basically breakfast, Bob. It's Rice Krispie cereal.
I used to have Rice Krispie treats and yogurt for breakfast in college
breakfast.
all the time. Yeah, it was great.
You're eating feet.
This announcement has gone really off the rails
because of the smell of feet,
or is the announcement the fact that Bob's having Fritos?
No, I think it's not the announcement that Bob's having Fritos. We got a better announcement for you. It's 97.5 The Fanatic's Summer Golf Classic.
Yeah.
It is the 2022 Scramblewood at Ramblewood, presented by Corona Premier. It comes up Tuesday, August the 23rd. We're only giving you 15 days notice because this thing is going to sell out really, really fast. It's at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. We will all be there. You're going to have a beer with Cooney. You can hang out with Jamie and Chunas, Hunter Brody, meet us all. I'll be there. The Cuz will be there. Tyrone and Devon Givens will be there. Pat, you will be there. You are going to be there. It's going to be a great time. Reserve your spot now.
Gets the golf clap.
Jen Scordo we're going to make her be there with us. So Jen will be there with us, too. It's going to be fun. Reserve your spot now at 975thefanatic.com. So you want to go on. It's the Fanatic Summer Golf Classic. We're calling it the Scramblewood at Ramblewood. And it comes up on Tuesday, August the 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And remember, this year, proceeds of the tournament benefit the American Association for Cancer Research. Support life-saving cancer research by making a donation to the AACR. Go to 975thefanatic.com/AACR. So that's great. Presented by our friends at Corona Premier, the exceptional light beer. Steven Singer Jewelers. You can check them out at IHateStevenSinger.com. Copair, your partner in weight loss, the gold standard in Philadelphia. Ferguson HVAC, your Delaware Valley Train heating and air conditioning distributors. Everfresh juices and juice drinks. Nature's Refreshment, my buddies at DryTech Waterproofing Solutions, and, of course, 97.5 The Fanatic. So I would suggest getting on this now, Tuesday, August 23rd. That is what you need to know. Get it on your calendar. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com. And all I'm going to tell you is if you wait too long, you're not going to be able to get in. So that's why we're not giving you as much, build up and lead time for this. If you don't get in quickly, you're not going to be able to get in. So we want you
And
there.
if you see me out there, stand to the right now because my slice has developed into a hook, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So avoid me if you see me on a
And
tee
also
box.
help him up when he falls because he does that an awful lot on the golf course when he's with me, too.
How much do you think, though, that these scramble, like the Scramblewood at Ramblewood coming up, the scrambles hurt? Do scrambles hurt your golf game?
Yes.
No.
Because I try to swing out of my shoes on every tee box.
Well, that's your fault.
Well, usually somebody's safe, so you go, okay, cool. Let me try and hit this, something I can't say. Yeah, let me just try and hit this ball as far as I can. And then I swing out of my shoes and I screw up.
You do that when you play a normal round of golf, too.
Sometimes
Yes, you do.
Sometimes I can contain myself.
And, Pat, what I'm going to try to do is before this event, I am going to secure you, because I said I was going to do this for you. I'm going to find you a used club that you were hitting out of my bag really, really well.
Yeah.
I'm going to find you one for you, and you're going to be able to get out there and you're going to be able to tear it up.
But even if you don't find one and I don't tear it up, I'm planning on hiring somebody, and you can email me your resume to stand behind me and just yell mashed potatoes every time I tee off. No matter where the ball goes, no matter how far, I need that confidence boost, and I need somebody out there being like the anti-guy in Happy Gilmore, the guy who's like, you suck. Like, I need the opposite of that. So somebody can just stand back there, light the candle, and then I hit it.
All right. By the way, Tim Whitman checks in, and he says him and his friends had a shore house for years in Sea Isle. They used to drink and party all Sunday and then get up to go to work on Monday. They called it the Warrior Drive to be able to get there to go to work. That's awesome.
It's a good move if you can do it.
It really is if you do that. So,
how many times have you been in a bar on a Sunday down the shore and been like, all right, man, I'll just go home tomorrow?
See, I have not gotten to do that, not being here enough. I used to take.
that was a long time ago.
I used to take my summer vacations, though, when I didn't have a ton of vacation time. You're a kid getting out of college and everything. I took Mondays. We had a shore house in Sea Isle, and I took Mondays off like every Monday in July, every Monday in August. So I could have extended time off then and be able to do it that way.
It's a good way
which
to
just
do
made it for a little bit easier. The question is, everybody but our own Connor Thomas, host of the incredible Locked On Phillies podcast, can take part in this conversation. Because I'm not going to ask you to be a little ambitious and to breathe a little bit and to dream. And if you want to join in, you can at 610-632-0975. If you're not afraid, if you don't have the covers pulled up this morning, Connor wants to, all I want's the third wild card. That's all I want. I just want to be in the playoffs. Dude, you're 2 games back of the Braves for the number 1 wild card position, which, by the way, gives you home field advantage in the 3-game series. But are you now convinced, a half game ahead of the Padres with 54 to play, 2 games in the loss column behind the Braves, are you convinced this morning that those 2 teams are truly overtakeable in the National League race? I'm not conceding that, like, I think that they're going to, I just want to get in the playoffs. I'm not worried about beating the Padres or the Braves. I'm pretty confident that this run isn't going to end. Now, the 667 run that Rob Thompson's been on, I doubt that continues. I don't think you can play that level of ball through like the end of the year. That's really, really high. But if you told me this team's going to play 600, 610 the rest of the way, I wouldn't blink an eye. Because I think the sky's the limit. Where are you guys this morning? Do you think the Padres and the Braves are overtakeable in the wild card race? I'm not throwing the Mets into this. I think that's a little bit pie in the sky till we see they can beat the Mets.
I mean, the numbers say 2 games is 2 games. My gut, what does it tell me? I think what Connor's saying is like, look, if you guarantee me a playoff, I'll take it. If they overcome the other teams, great. That's just icing on the cake. My gut says, are they overtakeable? Yes. Will it happen? I don't think so. I think a 3rd wild card spot is realistic and probably what is going to happen with the Phillies.
Okay,
That's
Jamie?
just the way I feel.
You're saying
they've been
that is
playing
what's
great
realistic.
baseball lately. Great baseball. And they've gotten themselves in this position. Can they continue, as you said, John, can they continue to play, winning 2 out of 3 under Rob Thompson for the rest of the year? Probably not.
Well, they probably don't. If they play 600 ball the rest of the year, they should be able to hang with the Braves and the Padres.
Yeah,
based on their records. And you're right there with them today. And you have 7 games left with the Braves.
Yeah.
Why would anybody be like, oh, no, I just want the third wild card?
I don't think that's what Connor was saying. I think he was just saying, I'll take the third wild card. If the other stuff happens, great. Just guarantee me. Because, look, here in Philadelphia, we've seen that third wild card spot fall into the dumpster like nobody else.
Bagster, it did,
Just
Bob.
don't. Yeah, guarantee the playoff spot, first of all. And if that playoff spot is the third or the second, great. But just guarantee the playoff spot first, I think, is where Connor's coming from.
Yeah, they're certainly obtainable. The beautiful thing about baseball this year is while there's some top-heavy teams, Dodgers, Yankees, Mets kind of thing, it seems to be wide open because the Padres, the Phillies, even the Cardinals, if they're a wild card spot, some of these big boys aren't going to want to face those teams. They're not pumped about it. There's a lot of competition here, and that means – maybe a Mets get taken out by a Cardinals or a Brewers, or maybe the Padres get swept by the Dodgers. You never know what's going to happen. Home field would be great, but I'm not counting on it.
Well, I'm not counting on it.
Well, I'm not
but when
even.
you're 2 games back, why would you not be thinking about it? If they were 2 games back in the division right now, would we be saying, oh, I just want to be a wild card?
No,
we'd be saying we want to win the division.
Yeah, it'd be
so
great.
why didn't just say why is it not the same?
Because mentally, I'm just not. I don't want to get upset if they don't get home field.
Why is it not the same mentality, though?
Because it's been 11 years, and
Pat, you're realistic.
We're weakened.
Pat, you're realistic. I think you tend to be pretty level-headed.
I try to.
If we were 2 games back in the division right now, and not just 2 games back of the Braves for second place, do you think that people would be like, "Oh no, I just want to be the wild card. Let's not talk about catching them."
John, you're right. Yeah, if we were 2 games back in the division, we'd be talking about winning the division. We'd be talking about one series against this team, and you're right there. So I agree. I think that catching the Braves should be the goal. I think the issue is, as Jamie said, it's been 11 years at this point. The Braves and the Mets have seemingly been the top of the division all season long, and you've had a large gap. Now you've caught it a little bit, but we're so busy looking at the wild card standings that we haven't actually looked at the NL East standings. And the fact that the team you're chasing is the defending World Series champions. So I think that has something to do with it, too. You combine all 3 of those factors, the fact that you haven't looked at the NL East standings, you've been looking at the wild card. That's why fans haven't even thought about second place.
When you have 7 games left with the Braves, if I told you right now you go 4-3 against the Braves in those 7 games, because you tend to play – the Braves series tends to be 10-9 every year.
Depends on
One
where it's
team
being
wins
played,
10-9.
yeah.
Well, 3 are in Atlanta, and then the next week 4 are in Philly.
Well, good.
And that's in late September. You could go 4-3 in that. You could go 5-2 in that, and you could be ahead of the Braves. It's just it seems
could go
like
1-6.
I don't like your negativity. Bob.
I'm not being negative. No, and my goal is still to beat the Mets and win the division.
See, I'm not even thinking about that.
Okay, but my goal is to win every game, and whatever happens with everybody else, so happens. And wherever I land, that's what I have to do. And whoever I have to play in that first round, that's who I have to play. But your goal has to be to win. All right, we'll go Rob Thompson. Win every series. Great. But also on a Monday, well, they don't play today. Tomorrow I'm going to wake up and say, all right, we've got to beat Miami today. And then Wednesday, same thing. You can't help where it's going to fall. I don't think our goal as a collective group is just, let's just make the playoffs. I think it's get the best position you can for the playoffs.
He stated that clearly. That's his. I just want in the playoffs. That's all I want.
He said, I just want to get in the playoffs first. Then
he said, I just want to be in the playoffs.
I don't know where the scared that you're talking about
is. Well,
that's
being like you're still going to have ambition here. You're 2 games back of the top wild card spot, which, by the way, I think is a big deal. To play that 3-game series in Philly, I think would be a huge deal.
I agree.
They're oddly almost a better road team, unless it's
they're
Atlanta.
slightly better. They're slightly better.
But this city's different in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I haven't felt that playoff energy, and Jimmy talked about it on the broadcast yesterday, but I haven't felt that this season down at the ballpark. And I think once you get in there and the fans start to believe, and you've got the entire place sold out, the rally towel is going nuts.
It's bigger for next year too. I think it would be a shot in the ass for attendance next year.
I don't think this applies to you anymore, Pat, after your great insights, but Amtrak's hiring.
Okay.
Amtrak offers competitive compensation packages and a comprehensive benefits program to meet your needs. Your future rides with Amtrak, careers.amtrak.com.
You know how like Corey Kincade will have like one bad outing every like 3 weeks, and when it's bad, it's really bad?
Yes.
Okay, so
he's got plenty.
Well, I have that, but for good takes.
Okay, I got something for you, too.
That Amtrak thing will probably apply tomorrow.
I wrote this down from the Phillies broadcast yesterday. I think Greg Luzinski talked out of turn.
Oh, did he?
And let something out of the bag. Larry Bowa was in being the color analyst, which, by the way, Bowa was fantastic.
His energy for baseball is phenomenal.
Well, his energy to run out there on the field and stuff like that at 75. And I've seen Larry at a few charity
is that what
golf.
He is? He's 75 now?
And Bob, he looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Still the hardest handshake you're going to get.
And Larry Bowa is on the broadcast, and Greg Luzinski goes, well, I heard Bowa was on the broadcast, and he goes, are you going to be part of that threesome next year that does this? I rewind, and I go back, and I play it again, and hear it again. And literally, they get past it. Tom McCarthy gets right past it. But he says, are you going to be part of that threesome next year? Are you going to be one of the three?
Huh.
So I think Greg Luzinski talked out of turn yesterday. I wonder if that meant Mike Schmidt's thing is going to be one of three. Why is there sound coming out? Someone had their computer on? Someone have their phone making noise?
I think it's Bob.
It's Bob's phone. I could hear it, and I was wondering, but I didn't see it.
When you have a phone.
It was playing our show. How about that?
That's because there it is. You have a phone, you have a radio.
He's trying to boost the numbers here.
So I'm just saying to you is,
I appreciate that.
I wonder if it means Mike Schmidt and his Sunday role is going away, and there's going to be three guys that fill that role. I'm all for Larry Bowa being a part of the broadcast, though. He was fantastic yesterday.
He's my wife's favorite athlete of all time, Larry Bowa.
I told you I wish I could have gone to a baseball clinic.
Yeah,
to see him.
Baseball's tough, man. 162 games, 9 innings every day, the heat, everything. Baseball's tough mentally to stay in, as we all know. Larry Bowa just has that enthusiasm for the game that will never go away, and I love that about him. You can't have a baseball conversation with Larry Bowa without him just getting totally enamored in it.
I don't even think you have to add the word baseball. Just have a conversation with Larry Bowa.
Yeah.
The energy level is fantastic.
Yeah, I missed it yesterday, so I don't have a lot to fall back on him in the booth. You know,
he was great yesterday. Just he's the energy's great.
Yeah,
his voice is strong. His energy's great. I'm figuring it's the Mike Schmidt role.
The home
that
games,
next year there's going to be where they bring in a veteran and do it. So, but I think it slipped yesterday, and I caught it, and I went back and listened just to make sure. You know what else we like to catch? Jamie's World.
Let's find out what's in Jamie's World.
All right, I think this is going to sound weird to people on the surface, but it's something I enjoy from time to time.
What's that?
I want to see if anybody else...
Sex positions.
Feels where I'm coming from on this, or maybe even agrees with me. Because I was walking out with Devon, I guess it was last Wednesday, and I went, you know what I'm really in the mood for? A bad hoagie.
What?
Now, I know it sounds weird on the surface.
No, it sounds completely absurd.
But you know,
what the hell is a bad hoagie?
Wet one?
Just not a really exceptional one. Like just your average run-of-the-mill. I'm not going to throw any stores under the bus because there's a lot I frequent. But like the lettuce out of the plastic bag. You know what I mean when you see them?
I kind of know what you mean, but switch hoagie with pizza.
Why do you want it?
And the same goes for pizza.
Yeah, sometimes I'm in the mood for trash pizza.
Yeah.
It's like I just want that pizza.
Sometimes I just want a bad hoagie.
I want
and
that
bad
pizza.
Doesn't maybe too harsh. A mediocre, average-ass hoagie or pizza. I think it makes me appreciate the good stuff more. And sometimes I just want it. Like sometimes I want that plastic, already pre-cut lettuce.
The shredded strips?
Uh-huh. We all know what we're talking about.
It's terrible.
It's great.
No, it's terrible.
Every once in a while, bad pizza.
You mean where it's like almost like a soggy, squished roll?
Yeah.
Oh, they're awful. Why would you ever want that?
Yeah. It balances life.
What is wrong with you?
I think you're a nut. I think you're sort of like
a bad pizza every once in a while. It's like, they say, pizza and sex, even bad one's good. It's kind of true. You've never heard that? You never heard that?
Like, who says that?
That's a saying.
Jamie, I'm with you, man.
Thanks, Pat.
This
All right, let me talk to Pats.
Thing.
Yeah.
I completely get
look who's on your side.
But like when you have a bad pizza...
Because you'll eat anything.
You don't want to eat bad
You'll eat
pizza.
anything.
Who wants bad pizza?
You don't want bad pizza.
You just said you did.
But if you get it, you go, okay. And then the gourmet pizza tastes even better.
Well, here's the thing. You consider it bad, and I'm talking about the pizza, like the chain restaurant pizza.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That I'll sit there and come in and say I had fill in the blank yesterday, and everybody will go, "Oh my God, how do you eat that?"
Not everybody does that.
But I mean, first of all, I like it. All right, I know it's not the best. I probably had a coupon code. Okay, that's the second thing. But yeah,
did a friend of mine tell you to buy it?
Maybe.
But
it also it makes you appreciate when you have the really good pizza.
And it's not that bad.
Yeah, but I never seek out seek out a mediocre dining experience ever.
I do.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of establishments that you can get mediocre hoagies at, and they hit. They taste.
Really?
Yeah, like five.
I think you got to be in the right mood.
Yes, it's not an everyday thing, but probably once, maybe twice a month, I'll be like, all right, I'm down for a bad hoagie.
Wait a minute. I don't even have a hoagie twice a month.
Oh, come on, John.
I mean, I can't.
Well,
not since my co-pair years. Yeah, Vance will be all over.
I probably have like 3 or 4 hoagies a month, and one will probably be bad.
Really?
And
I'm fascinated by this.
I think it balances life. It makes you appreciate the great stuff more. And it brings you back.
If I find a good hoagie, I'm going to go to that when I say I want a hoagie.
No, because you're going to spoil it. You need to balance. You need to have the bad hoagie every once in a while.
You can look at me, John, all you want. I'm with Jamin. I understand.
And there's something maybe nostalgic about it from like being young.
Pat, how often do you have a candy bar?
Probably 2 a week.
Do you walk up to the candy rack and say, you know what, I'm going to get a crappy candy bar. I'm going to get a Zagnut. I'm going to get something bad just so it makes me appreciate the ones that I like?
No, but I might get a plain Hershey's with almonds, which I think is good.
I love them.
But I'm not getting a Toblerone.
It's not a Take 5.
Yeah. You know, like sometimes I'll just get that regular, but I'm not getting the $3 Swiss.
But why wouldn't
Swiss
you if
candy.
you have it in front of you?
Well,
if you have the option to get the
I have an option to get a Toblerone,
but that's more expensive.
Is that gold one?
Yeah, that's $3, and it's delicious.
It's from San Fran or something.
No, it's from Switzerland.
It's from Switzerland. I'm thinking of Ghirardelli. That's from San Fran.
It is. That's
Our dog had Ghirardelli.
Like when. Oh, okay. Coach all of a sudden is becoming a candy expert. He's yelling at me. Ghirardelli.
It's Ghirardelli, not Ghirardelli.
Shut up.
Stop your mic off. You weren't even a part
Cecil,
of it.
who cares?
I go to Wegmans sometimes and I treat myself to a nice bougie $5 candy bar.
Yeah.
It's a s'mores candy bar. Love it. It's my favorite candy bar.
Wegmans has high-end candy bars?
Yeah, it's delicious. Yeah, they have the bougie candy bar section. But that doesn't stop me from going to my local Wawa and picking up a Hershey's with almonds.
I'm not getting anything that I know is going to be bad.
I'm not getting
here's the thing. A gourmet hoagie's like...
Sports, so sit this one out.
But I got to eat, too.
In our current inflation climate, a gourmet hoagie's like $14 these days.
No, it's not.
Okay, 11.
It depends on where you're going.
You can get a bad hoagie for $5-6, and it hits.
Oh,
Boom.
wow.
Yeah,
it hits you later.
No,
it hits you later.
I got a stomach of steel, man.
There's no question about that.
You absolutely do.
All right, there's no.
I'm starving.
Now you want a bad hoagie, don't you?
No.
Something about that lettuce out of the bag. Oh, it's good.
The stuff that rattles around your brain.
Yeah,
I'm with you, James.
Thanks, Pat. You get me.
Pat Amtrak's hiring.
My brother. I told you.
They have bad hoagies, I'm sure.
What, do you think I'm the train?
Yeah, if I was on a long train
ride. Say, I don't want the pre-made hoagie. I don't want the pre-made stuff.
Sometimes I grab those.
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't know how long it's been sitting there, and then it's all soggy, and the roll's all crunched in.
Yeah.
No.
You can't have good all the time.
Yes,
Sometimes you need to be average.
You can.
And that's an an analogy for my career.
That's what Joe says about this show. Joe Bell said that many times. Because some days you just got to be better average.
Like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. It's like a cardboard pizza. Put a pie in front of me right now. I'll go to town.
I'm with you.
What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not going to turn it down.
I swear to you. No, you're not going to turn it down.
Exactly.
But I don't go order bad thing because I'm saying, I'm going to eat this terrible thing because the next time I get a good one, it's going to taste even better.
Now, one of the things I will say is pizza snobs, though, or like IPA snobs to me. Like the people are like, oh, I'm not eating a chain pizza ever. Come on. There's some more than adequate chain pizzas. There's some really good chain pizzas that you can have.
Pizza Hut still slaps.
You can still have it. I think
breadsticks or whatever that
Papa John's has some really good stuff.
I'll tell you, I love Papa John's.
You're a big Papa John's guy.
Yeah, I got one a couple blocks from me. That garlic butter stuff. I mean, just
I don't
bathe me in that. I like most of them. I'm not going to hide from it.
No, but I think people are snobs about it and go, oh, I can't eat that. I can absolutely eat that, but...
I never put the word snob to Pat.
All right.
He's anti-snob.
I've got my Monday top 10 list, and the boys will dissect how much of a just absolute... Bob will be saying, what's wrong with you when he hears my next list coming up. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know with a back-to-school sale, you're thinking it means kids' clothes. What if I told you Window Nation's having a back-to-school sale, and you get 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy, and you're going to pay nothing with no interest until 2025. That doesn't even seem real. You can lower your energy bills. You can raise the value of your home with new energy-efficient windows. But, John, I got fiberglass windows. Okay, they got them. Well, I got vinyl windows, John. Well, they got them. Wood windows, yeah, they got them too. Every size, every style, every color, every kind of material that you might need, they've got them at Window Nation. And their average installer's got 16-plus years of experience, so you know that's how they're earning their A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Any style new window from Window Nation. Do it today. Plus, you're going to pay no interest and pay nothing until 2025. Don't tell me you can't afford it. Get on in now. Go to 866-90-NATION. Call them at 866-90-NATION. Do your window shopping online at windownation.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
A look ahead to this week in Philly sports, brought to you by Comcast Business.
The Phillies are home versus the Marlins for 3 starting Tuesday. Then travel to the Mets for a weekend series. The Birds have their first preseason game this Friday versus the Jets. The Philadelphia Union take on the Chicago Fire Saturday at 7:30.
Comcast Business. Every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. Learn more at ComcastBusiness.com.
Some people play esports for the game, while others play esports for the concerts. You heard right. A virtual concert is on the way to PUBG Mobile. The mobile battle royale game will be hosting a concert for the viral K-pop girl group Blackpink on the last 2 weekends of July. This isn't the first time a battle royale game has hosted a virtual concert, but it's the first time a video game concert is exclusive to mobile. You might want a bigger screen.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSconnect.com/local. Specific markets. Restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
This should be 8x7. When it comes to closets, Janina's home organization business runs tip-top tidy.
Is the schedule right? I'm gonna need help.
But she needs to reorganize and find a new assistant.
I know, it's your last week, but can you make sure the Hanson pantry's wrapped?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With our newest unlimited plan, everyone's welcome. Introducing Welcome Unlimited from Verizon for just $30 a line per month for 4 lines with autopay plus taxes and fees. Our best priced unlimited plan ever.
Did he say $30?
Yep, $30 a line for the whole family. The network you want, the price you love. Switch to Verizon today. Paper-free billing required. Unlimited 5G nationwide 4G LTE. In times of congestion, your data may be temporarily slower than other traffic. All smartphone lines on the account must be on Welcome Unlimited and are eligible only for select promotions. Includes domestic talk, text, and data usage only. Data roaming at 2G speeds.
Need an appliance? Shop the new appliance truckload event at Lowe's. Going on now. From refrigerators and ranges to dishwashers and laundry pairs, we have a large selection of appliances from the brands you trust. Plus, get store-wide savings by shopping other in-stock categories. Go to your local Lowe's store or visit Lowe's.com to shop the appliance truckload event and find what you need now. While supplies last, valid through 8/17.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm sorry, I can't operate on that vehicle.
But doctor, you took an oath.
That RV, it's my son's RV.
Oh, doctor, isn't there anything you can
do? I'm not a miracle worker, Sheila. I'm an RV surgeon, trained to save the lives of large, injured recreational vehicles, which is definitely a real profession.
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
Hey, hi hot dogs, sausages.
Maybe instead of using a stadium vendor to feed the office, we should have just ordered through EasyCater.
I got nachos here. Nachos?
Yeah, right here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was fun at first, but it is kind of disruptive.
Cheesesteak here. Who wants a cheesesteak? Over here. Coming at you.
Oh, right in the face.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but EasyCater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you a skilled and creative carpenter? If so, Valley Grove Construction is looking for you. We keep our carpenters engaged and motivated by doing a variety of work throughout the day. We strive to keep a safe and entertaining work environment, so our carpenters look forward to coming in each day. If you're looking to make top dollar and join a company that will truly value your talent, please apply today. That's valleygroveconstruction.com and click on the Join Our Team link. Apply today. We're waiting. valleygroveconstruction.com. That's valleygroveconstruction.com.
School is back, and Dick's Sporting Goods has everything you need to gear up so you can show up. With the widest selection from the hottest brands, like Nike, Jordan, Hoka, the North Face, and more. The looks you want, the backpacks you need. When you're running short on time, 1 hour pickup is always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. Plus, now through August 13th, get 30% off select Nike styles. Every school year starts at Dick's. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Xfinity Internet is fast, and it's powerful enough to connect hundreds of devices at once. Unbeatable Internet with supersonic Wi-Fi. Go to Xfinity.com. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary.
There's something for everyone with Phillies theme nights. Enjoy exclusive giveaways, discounted tickets, and more as you take in a Phillies game at Citizens Bank Park. Check the lineup and purchase tickets at Phillies.com/theme nights.
Hey guys, did you know men are more likely to get type 2 diabetes at a lower weight than women? And men with diabetes are more likely to have low testosterone. In fact, over 70% of men with diabetes will develop ED. If you're a man with diabetes or often feel tired, schedule a free consultation and screening today at IronMountainMen'sHealth.com. Dr. Avi Donapel and his team will help verify whether testosterone therapy is the right solution for you. The specialists at Iron Mountain Men's Health have treated thousands of men for low testosterone, and patients see positive results within weeks. They gain muscle back, add to their energy, improve their sex lives, get better sleep, and feel better all around. So make your appointment today and see if testosterone therapy can change your life. Visit IronMountainMen'sHealth.com or call their office at 215-659-3770. That's 215-659-3770. And tell them I sent you. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This crew always says thanks for listening, and we actually mean it. The John Kincade Show continues here on 97.5 The Fanatic and streaming on the 97.5 The Fanatic app.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You know, all the hard-hitting issues we talk about in the world of sports, and now we're getting into
what the
debates
hell did Bob
on.
just say?
I agree with Bob.
You're both nuts.
You don't put mayonnaise on a hoagie. Oil only.
No.
Hoagies
A
are not
turkey hoagie gets mayo.
That's a turkey sandwich.
That's a turkey sandwich.
No, it's not if it's on a hoagie roll.
No.
What do
it's
you
a turkey sandwich. It's just
it's
a turkey sandwich
hoagie.
on a hoagie roll.
A sandwich is square bread. A hoagie is the roll. That's all it is.
No.
You don't think turkey hoagies exist?
A hoagie is how you dress the sandwich.
What?
How you dress a sandwich.
No.
Yes.
Turkey hoagies get mayonnaise.
Pat, are you once again going to be
what
on
the
team
hell
Jamie?
are they talking about?
First of all, I have not seen Jamie this animated in quite some time.
So keep going with it.
I'm loving
There's
it.
no what?
No. A regular Italian hoagie, a regular hoagie
That
is
gets
oil.
oil and vinegar.
I have no.
But a turkey sandwich gets mayo.
Pat, I'm sorry.
But a turkey hoagie gets mayo.
I do think that the roll has a large part to do with it. So I'm going to side with Jamie on this. I think you're absolutely nuts.
Yeah, you're both insane.
No. I said I agree with you. A regular hoagie or Italian hoagie, that's oil. A turkey hoagie, you can put mayonnaise on. Yeah. I'm with you, dude. Relax.
I don't believe it.
On a regular hoagie, though, I can't stand when people.
What's a regular hoagie? There is no such thing as a regular hoagie.
Well, regular is like an American hoagie, or you can go Italian hoagie.
What the hell is an American hoagie?
I'll look up a menu right now. I guarantee a place will say American hoagie, Italian hoagie.
No.
It's incredible.
No?
I've never heard American hoagie in my life.
All right.
What are you talking about?
In Russia?
We'll have more on this.
American hoagie.
Pat, I've got my top 10 list of the week, which I don't know if there was any
going
sounder
on
for it or whatever. But
I'll look
do,
for it.
I do it. You don't have to worry about it.
No, I'm looking now.
It's my Monday top 10.
I'll get to it around number 6.
There you go. And it was inspired by the TV broadcast that I saw yesterday with the Phillies. I couldn't imagine sitting in Tom McCarthy's chair yesterday and just holding my breath, worrying about what the next over-the-line comment was going to be. And if Tom McCarthy doesn't get an Emmy just for making it through Sunday, I'm going to be shocked. So what I came up with for this Monday is my top 10 TV broadcast pet peeves. And I'm going to go with number 1 first because Bob and Jamie will jump me because they always will jump me on this one. It's when play-by-play announcers think they're color analysts.
Oh, boy. Who are you talking about, John?
I'm just saying. Is when the play-by-play guy starts doing color analyst job. That's my number 1. My number 2 is color analysts talking over the call of the play. Where you hear like the color analyst going like, look, he's got him. Over the play-by-play guy. Don't like that one. I don't like the out-of-context interviews, number 3, that don't involve celebrities or ex-players. If you tell me a major celebrity is coming into the box and they're going to do the game and they're going to bring the person on mic and talk about it, that's a little different. Or an ex-player. But the out-of-context interviews, look who we have here. We have Bill Jones. He's the CEO of Bill's Plumbing. And he's in the box with us. That drives me crazy on a broadcast. Don't like those. Broadcasters complaining about balls and strike calls in the first inning of a game. By the way, it happened twice this weekend on Phillies broadcast, where a broadcaster, and it wasn't the play-by-play guy, was complaining about balls and strikes in the first inning of a game. And I'm like, okay, please. We can't do this for 6 innings. Can't do it for 9 innings. Please stop. The constant use of insider nicknames. Calling players, calling staff members, the PR guy, the bench coach, all the insider nicknames that the average fan doesn't even know who the hell they're talking about.
Topper's cool,
Bob
though.
didn't even know that, though.
That can stay. Topper stays.
Okay.
Topper's good.
The broadcaster story that never gets to the finish line that they tell through like 3 batters. I was thinking of where Vin Scully made it an art, Bob.
Yeah, right.
But a lot of times now you have to go through batter after batter after batter to get to that one. The over-reliance on new age statistics that the vast majority of fans don't even understand. The ESPN Sunday Night Football broadcast, Sunday Night Baseball broadcast is great for this. Here's the exit velocity. Here's the swing play. Here's the graphic of this. That Jessica Mendoza, when she was on, they would have these. Well, his whip was better than his wrapped, and his she'd come into a million of these.
What's his Raptor? Do I have the right
I have
sport?
no idea. Okay. But it was the new age statistics that the majority of fans just go, huh? What? What is it? If you don't explain it, don't use them. Too many graphics on the screen. I noticed that with the Apple TV broadcast. It's so clean. It's just baseball. And they have little graphic in the bottom corner where when the count, as the count changes, they give you the probability the guy gets a hit. They give you some stats in the corner. It's just very clean looking screen. I like that because too many graphics. I start thinking like I'm watching cable news.
Yeah, I agree.
Like there's something at the bottom and there's something at the top, and I don't want to see the pitch box all game long. I agree. I need to see it. I need to see it on a bad pitch.
I'd like to see it, like once in at bat,
right,
on a controversial pitch.
And the last one, the same few commercials running every game over and over. If I have to see that stupid commercial about, because I like birds, I don't like an astronaut, and I like birds.
I don't even know.
Oh my God, how do you not? If you watch
I
a
must
Phillies
black
game,
out.
if you watch a Phillies game, it's on 5 times a game, 6 times a game. I don't care about the trophy wives of the astronauts, and I like birds.
What's it for?
It's a car ad. And it's the stupidest thing. It's like last year it was the ching 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 where that
Do you have a remote when you watch a game?
Yeah, but I'm not changing.
Switch the channel.
Just mute it.
I'm watching the game.
Yeah, I'm with John this one.
I'm not flipping channels
I know
every.
Sure,
I'm not ADD. I'm not ADD flipping channels every break.
Are you kidding me?
I just blacked out during
You don't know
commercials.
that.
I really don't notice
Pat,
that either.
do you know that commercial?
I don't, but I stream, and I know the streaming commercials are different. Than the cable commercials.
true.
But streaming for a while, I mean, it's the same thing. Streaming commercial, like if you stream the game, you're seeing the same 4 commercials.
I don't care about the
All right,
trophy
we heard you.
wife.
Just because we don't know the
It
commercial
is
doesn't mean you got to sing
terrible.
it 10 times.
But somebody else is in their car right now going, now that will not.
I swear to God, I've never heard that.
Oh my gosh.
I must just tune out commercials.
It may be the worst.
You're not that guy.
It may be the worst
Pay attention
TV
to commercials.
No
It may be the
commercials,
no.
no
You say you
analysis,
flip.
just ball.
Well, sometimes
During a
like
baseball
yesterday.
game?
No, Friday night Friday night was pretty cool. Friday or Saturday, one of those. Saturday night, I sat in my pool and watched the TV, watched the Phillies game
that's
outside.
awesome.
But I don't pay attention. I don't know what it is. I don't pay attention to commercials.
You got 90 seconds, or 90 seconds of ads or 2 minutes of ads, like between innings. I'm not flipping. What am I going to do? I'm going to.
Yeah, well, Saturday night, for instance, the Union were on also.
Okay.
So I was switching back and forth on commercials with that.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't notice the side noise that much. Now, yesterday I did notice the alum in the booth.
Yes, that was different.
Yeah, but no, I don't really.
There is one commercial that gets on my nerves, and somebody on YouTube said it, and once they said it, and they don't advertise here, so I think I'm fine.
Okay.
The Drew Brees commercial.
Oh, yeah.
We just climbed the mountain. Not really, but we did win a parlay.
Well, Drew, I'm convinced. Drew,
I can do without that one.
I'm convinced he could not improv. He could not ad-lib a breaking wind after a baked bean dinner. I mean, he's reading a script, everything he does.
You thinking about that analogy,
Drew
Bob?
Brees has
that
no.
wasn't bad, John.
He couldn't ad-lib a fart after a baked bean dinner.
That was good.
I mean, that's not that hard. You just make a little noise with your mouth.
But he can't
sell it.
He can't. It's everything's so stiff with him.
Yeah, he's
just
pretty
like,
stiff.
there it is.
Everything?
All right, Tim. By the way, Tim McManus's training camp report comes up today at 4 as week 2 of the best show ever premieres this afternoon at 4 o'clock. You can't premiere week 2, but they'll be there for you at week 2. I have our listener suggested segment of the day.
I swear
I do.
See, sometimes you do a little pregnant pause, and it makes the audience go, "What's going on right now?" Yeah.
I don't want anyone to think they're pregnant.
This is longer than a pregnant pause.
It could startle someone.
This would be classified a
Here
delay.
is the listener suggested segment of the day.
All right, Ian in Folsom. Folsom South Delco?
They have a prison.
Near the prison.
Yeah.
Okay. Ian in Folsom joins us. He says a 3-game preseason schedule for the Eagles starts on Friday. And I know the common thought is that the veterans must avoid injuries by not playing much. But a lot of younger guys mean a lot to this year's Eagles' success. How would you all handle the young offensive linemen? How about the young players on defense? And none of you are allowed to be critical after the fact of what Nick Sirianni does. How would you handle the young players who are expected to be, I guess, real contributors to this team that they need them to contribute? How would you handle the young ones? He says, I understand the Kelceys. I understand, that if Lane Johnson, you don't want to play them, whatever, fine. But he said the younger guys, how do you handle them? And he goes, and don't second guess Nick Sirianni. Tell us what you think today. And we're still 4 days out from the game.
Dickerson and Mailata still play about a combined quarter and a half of football.
In 3 games?
Yeah. Just spread it out however you'd like. If you want to give them a full quarter run and the starters run through, and I say starters in air quotes, I'm good with that. Isaac Seumalo's still got to earn his job over Jack Driscoll, so he plays. I do want to see Cam Jurgens play a decent amount. And that's basically it. I mean, Andre Dillard's going to play a lot, but I don't consider him a part of the future. I just play him out of necessity. So that's it for the young guys for me.
I plan to showcase him.
Well, yeah.
So you're looking at like a Dillard to try to say,
unless I could get something like better than a fourth, I'm probably holding on to him.
I don't want Dillard to go anywhere.
I think a decent backup tackle's invaluable.
Yeah, you said that last year, and I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, why not?
Especially a guy who has time on the left side. I'm not playing Mailata or Dickerson if I'm not playing my other starting linemen. I'm not.
So you're not playing them at all?
If you're going big, go all the way. Because why? In my mind, they're going up against first-teamers in practice every day, whatever. I don't need to see them against different guys. I don't need them in there getting – I don't want to say they get bad habits, but trying to make up for the bad habits of second- and third-teamers. I don't need that either. If I'm not playing my key offensive lineman, I'm not playing any of my offensive linemen or defensive linemen.
And that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, so I'm not going to second guess if that's what he does.
Okay.
I think
Look, who's your most important offensive lineman?
What would you do? I think he's
Probably
asking
Lane
us
Johnson.
what would we do. I think
it's
he's asking
Mailata.
us what we would do.
I would play him like a quarter and a half, maybe up to 2 quarters.
But does that include Lane or not?
No, Lane and Kelsey, you get the veteran exempt.
What would I do? I'd play my starters. Like, I'd go back to the old way.
I think it's what he's asking us is what would we do with the younger guys?
I played my first team for a few series in the first game. I'd play my first team for a few series in the second game. And then third game, I'd probably give them off, whatever. But, yeah, I'd play them. I don't.
Yeah, the only two I have exempt are Kelsey and Johnson.
What about you, Pat?
You all right?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm choked up about
Some
this.
water?
Offensive line talk really gets
them every time.
Who's those big boys banging in the trenches there? I'm probably doing the same thing. I'm not, as Jamie, I'm not playing these guys. Or I'm sorry, Bob, I think you said it. I'm not playing these guys if you're not playing all of them. While I want something to look forward to, watching that slop of a football game we're going to get, the long-term goal here is to be healthy going into the season, and the way to do that is not starting them.
There you go. There we go. There's our listener-suggested segment, hopefully Ian in Folsom.
It's right down there
That is
next to Ridley Park.
Right next to I thought that, yes.
Stone's Throw from Eaglesville.
It would be Mayor of Easttown
Yeah.
area.
That's Deep Delco.
So it is.
I keep kind of wanting to go back and watch that all over again.
I believe there's going to be a second season.
Yeah.
You do?
I didn't
What?
see that.
I didn't see that.
No, in fact, I saw like it was going to be tough for them to have it.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Not what I.
Really? That's what you're hearing?
Did you talk to Mayor?
Don't worry about who I talk to.
All right.
Oh.
Hey, join us. Join us, our entire show, as we cheer on the Birds in Arizona. Reserve your spot now with a small deposit at PhillySportsTrips.com. Philly Sports Trips, travel with the pros. The only reason, Bob, that I will not go back and watch Mayor of Easttown is because I can't watch a murder mystery show. I can't see a murder mystery show when I know the resolution. I can rewatch a drama that has like a bunch of different stuff going on, like an Ozark or something like that. I could watch more. But where it's a murder mystery, it's like a whodunit.
Yeah.
And I already knew who did it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, but I find I see more of what I didn't see.
The clues you missed.
Yeah, well, not even that. Just the acting and stuff like that and different. I think I watch it more casually and I pick up more things when I'm not looking for something.
All right, we already got people saying they're going to be there for the Scramblewood at Ramblewood. It's 97.5 The Fanatic Summer Golf Classic presented by Corona Premier. We announced it this morning. It'll be Tuesday, August 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. All of us will be there. You might want to hang out and have a beer with some of the crew. We're going to have a good time. Reserve your spot now at 97.5thefanatic.com. It is presented by Corona Premier, and it will proceeds will benefit the American Association for Cancer Research. You can support life-saving cancer research by making a donation to the AACR. Thanks to Corona Premier, Steven Singer Jewelers, Copair, Ferguson HVAC, Everfresh juices and drinks, Dry-Tech waterproofing solutions, and more. We're going to have a great time, but you got to go to 97.5thefanatic.com to reserve your spot right now. You only got 15 days till the event, and I can just tell you it's going to fill up fast. So get on it, and we look forward to seeing you out there.
Can I admit to being wrong on something?
What was that? The turkey sandwich and the turkey hoagie?
The
are
American
different?
hoagie exists.
I've never heard of it.
I never have either.
Some
But
places call it a regular hoagie.
I've never heard that.
What
either.
is it?
Ham, bologna, some kind of Italian dressing, lettuce, tomato. So, Bob,
Does it exist
sorry.
here?
That's okay.
Thanks for listening.
Does it exist here?
Yeah, apparently Primo's has them and others.
Really?
Yeah.
My hoagie place doesn't call it an American; they call it a regular. And then they have regular hoagies, Italian hoagies, turkey hoagies,
Now,
roast beef hoagies.
Most places that I've been to have the Italian special. The Italian special name, which I never understood is just the Italian special was what I would always do, but I like the sharp. I like the sharp provolone on my Primo. Got to have the sharp provolone.
Okay,
that is mine. There's just you get picky about these things. Hey, in Cooney's Corner, Bob wants to talk about how the '80 Phillies brought up an issue for him that he wanted to think about with us.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that were watching the Phillies game yesterday. We talked about this earlier. Jamie and Pat are two of them that didn't see any of those guys ever play.
Exactly.
You know, and it took me back to thinking, man, who was a player that I never saw play that I would have loved to have watched? Because insight on this, with the passing of Bill Russell lately, I never saw Bill Russell play. I maybe saw Wilt Chamberlain for a half a second. But those are two guys that I wish I would have loved to have seen. I could have seen play live. But is there anybody that's ever whose career you didn't see that, God, you would have killed to have seen? Like Muhammad Ali's full boxing career. I always told you guys he's my favorite athlete of all time. I would have loved to have seen every one of his fights, but didn't, and saw an old decrepit Ali towards the end. But is there anybody that comes into your mind like right away that you say, God, I would have loved to have seen them play, not just in their prime, but their whole career?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, Chamberlain's probably.
He's one that I always, because I've always heard the Russell Chamberlain debates, and I've always said, well, Russell was surrounded by more talent and everything like that. And I wondered if Wilt truly was comparable to Bill Russell, like they were on the exact same plane. I would love to have seen them. I would love to see either one of them play.
Yeah,
like that's an argument that I always wonder about.
You guys have any?
Well, there's one on that 1980 team, and then there's one locally. The 80 team, I would have loved to have seen Steve Carlton pitch.
Oh, my gosh.
Just because of what I've heard and how great he was. And then locally, the other guy I heard a ton from my dad growing up, never got to see play, Dr. J.
That's right. You never did see Dr. J.
No, I missed that. I mean, I was probably born when he was finishing out his career. What did he finish in, like 85?
Yeah, 88 might have been it, something like that.
Yeah, 86. So at most I was 6 or 7 and wasn't really watching NBA games. I mean, he was just a beautiful player to watch play the game. Like the way he... I've seen highlights and I've watched specials and documentaries, but I would have loved to have seen that dude played nightly.
My dad, Pat, before you go real quick, we were at a Sixers game one time, and my dad says, look how talented Dr. J is. And I go, he's not in the game. He said, look at him. So he was on the sidelines. He had put on his warm-up pants, okay, and they were tied at the top or whatever, but they were button-ups, and with each hand he was going down and buttoning them all the way down without barely bending over. And my dad goes, look how cool. Like my dad was pointing out how talented that was, that he was just buttoning. And it was really weird that my dad had this notice thing, but it was
strange thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pat, who's yours?
Oh, Steve Jeltz, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Steve Jeltz. No, I have a lot. I mean, the first guy that came to mind was Wilt because of everything you guys said.
Well, Jackie Robinson.
Moses came to mind, but yeah, I've always said if I could be born in one time, it would be like 1910 because I would get to see the 1919 Black Sox, which legendary team, full of studs. I would have gotten to see all the Negro League players.
Yeah.
We got to see Jackie Robinson because debut and Hank Aaron. I mean, there's like so many historical guys in baseball that I would have loved to see. Ted Williams and Dizzy Dean and all those guys. So I'm like a nerd in that sense. But
no, you're not. I think it's cool as hell.
There's a lot of like former athletes that if I can go back in time, like I'd probably go to a baseball game.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I think baseball lends itself to those nostalgic lookbacks. Like a gentleman saying here, he goes, I'm a Philly season ticket holder. He said, I'm 41 years old. Everyone in our office this morning shared in the conversation that you guys had about the 80 team. None of us were alive.
Yeah.
He said all of those stories and everything in that broadcast yesterday was not for us.
No.
There was a little girl in Saturday's game that had a sign that said, she was in my section. It said, my dad wasn't even alive when 1980 happened.
I mean, it's
crazy because you think about it. And like
it's crazy. It was 42 years ago.
But I said, like it doesn't really feel like it was 42 years. And that's probably because I was born in 89. So I don't think about 1980 like probably somebody who's 20 does. But it was, yeah. It
was
42
Skyler
years
holding
ago.
up that sign? Because I could have held.
Jack could have held up the sign too. I mean,
it's like to me,
the only one I
didn't think about it that
know
way.
is
Yeah.
really Schmidt. And when Schmidt made me love baseball.
When every 42-year-old watching the game yesterday is going, this doesn't apply to me. Like it's great. My dad talks about these guys.
Yeah,
but
I don't get bored with that though.
Is this the first time they brought the
You're
team
a baseball
back?
head.
Yeah, I'm a different guy.
Is this the first time they brought?
They've done it before.
Okay.
They've done it before. I think they've done it 2 or 3 times.
All right.
I think they did 30-year. I think they did 20-year.
What was this one? 42nd?
42, because they were supposed to do it during the pandemic, 40 years.
Okay.
And it got called off. So.
Yeah, you can probably hang that one up.
I'm going to steal one of Bob's ideas from last week. There's nothing he can do about it. John Kincade Show, 9 o'clock hour coming up next on The Fanatic. Any homeowner out there, if you got yourself a new stove, refrigerator, any other appliance, would you be okay with it if this brand new appliance just worked right sometimes? So why are you putting up with an unreliable water heater that doesn't give your appliances, your showers, your dishwasher, the hot water you need whenever you need it? Replace it with a Bradford White. Bradford White water heaters are built to be the best. You're getting top efficiency. You're going to get years of reliable performance. We have ours. We love it. And take it from me. Do the smart upgrade. Get the hot water that you and your family deserve. If you want a high-efficiency gas model, they got them. They got electric. They got tankless models and more. All you have to do is go shopping at BradfordWhite.com today. And their quality water heating products, they will connect you with a local plumbing professional near you so you get installed properly for top efficiency. Go to BradfordWhite.com because how you heat your hot water, it does matter. So choose the best. Choose Bradford White.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic's 2022 Summer Golf Classic, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood, presented by Corona Premier. Tuesday, August 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Take a day off and spend it on the links with 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yeah, this ain't no pro-am. It's more like an am-am.
Dad, he got all of that one.
Reserve your spot now at 97.5thefanatic.com. Portions of the proceeds benefit the American Association for Cancer Research. Support life-saving cancer research by making a donation to the AACR. Go to 975thefanatic.com/AACR.
97.5 The Fanatic's 2022 Summer Golf Classic, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood. Tuesday the 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Presented by Corona Premier, the exceptional light beer. Steven Singer Jewelers. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
And 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's in the hole. It's in the hole.
Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. Go yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. Our own home team is hot right now. Obviously, Kyle Schwarber is good for a dinger or two, and Castellanos finally starting to get hot. And the playoffs, they're just around the corner. Bet your own home team and win yourself some money. So what are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter, turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Head over to your FanDuel account and download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. Sign up using promo code SCORDO. That's promo code SCORDO.
21 plus and present PA. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The summer heat means it's that time of year to crank up the AC again. To keep your home cooling more efficiently and save you on high energy bills, I suggest you go Guida and finally replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Hi, it's Ricky Bowe, and right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year with their big 40% off summer sales event on all expertly installed windows and doors. You'll receive 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40% off all high-performance, energy-efficient triple-pane windows. And you'll receive 40% off any door, including insulated entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. Plus, get your project started today with no money down and the pay-it-off interest access free for up to 12 full months. All prior sales excluded. Minimum purchase required. Don't let these big discounts pass you by. Go Guida today to take advantage of these limited time savings by calling to schedule a free in-home estimate at 1-877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's GoGuida.com.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries, is also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, hot dogs, sausages.
Maybe instead of using a stadium vendor to feed the office, we should have just ordered through EasyCater.
I got nachos here. Nachos?
Yeah, right here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was fun at first, but it is kind of disruptive.
Cheesesteak here. Who wants a cheesesteak? Over here. Coming at you.
Oh, right in the face.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but EasyCater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
Oh, are you seeing these readings? This is incredible.
Short-staffed, Marco's climate research facility is in the eye of the storm. The atmospheric pressure to find more weather specialists is mounting.
Man, this is going to be a big job. We're going to need a bigger team.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Carlos thinking about an engagement ring. If you're ready to pop the question, go to Golden Nugget Jewelers. Largest selection of certified diamonds and engagement rings. Your perfect ring is at Golden Nugget Jewelers. Major financing options, unbeatable prices for name brands, Barajo, Tacori, you name it. Online today, GoldenNuggetJewelry.com. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. At CSL Plasma, you can make up to $825 this month when you donate plasma at any of CSL Plasma's tri-state area donation centers. That's money in your pocket for doing a great deed. Plasma donations help create therapies to treat patients with rare and serious diseases, and the process, it's similar to donating blood. For locations and info on how you can donate plasma and earn up to $825 this month, visit CSLPlasma.com. Walk-ins are welcome. CSL Plasma, good for you, great for life.
We're very excited about our new show, The Best Show Ever. And we want to thank the best partners ever.
Comcast Business. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. And Everfresh juices and juice drinks. Nature's refreshment.
Thanks for supporting the best show ever. Afternoons on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
9 a.m. hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. Scott sent an email, and it's funny that we came back with that rejoin from Airplane, which I think was like 1978. He said, John, I get the people's points. I'm 59 years old, and I get the people's points about the 1980 broadcast yesterday really wasn't for them. 42-year-olds weren't even born when this happened. He said, but many 42-year-olds could tell you every line from Caddyshack or every line from movies of a different generation.
Caller has a point.
He said, so why couldn't they do that for baseball? I think he does have a point.
Schmidt's one of my all-time favorite players, and he was a huge part of that team. Like, I know the team, but not having seen them play, it's tough to, I don't know, fully enjoy it.
So I always find those kind of stories cool. But
I can watch Caddyshack.
You
know what I mean?
I was there Saturday.
Right.
And during the little ceremony they had for Bake McBride and Ron Reed, I got up and walked around. Like, Bake McBride wasn't even there.
By the way, Bake didn't even come. Is he okay?
Personal.
It said personal matters.
I hope he's okay.
I don't know what it is, but he wasn't there. Ron Reed, is he really? I mean, you guys can tell me.
No.
Was he? I didn't think he was Hall of Fame.
No.
I was kind of shocked.
So yeah. I mean, I turned to my family. I was like, all right, let's go walk around and entertain my 3.5-year-old for a little bit because I don't have any attachment to these guys.
Another guy earlier on social media today, he goes, I think Ron Reed just stopped talking.
Yeah, they needed. I thought it was like, are they going to play some music to play him off here? Like,
it was funny. We were at
one of those big hooks.
Yeah, we were at the Poorhouse actually having dinner, which I had a great.
Did you have the deviled eggs? Or you're not a deviled eggsman?
No, I had a brisket sandwich with cheese on sourdough. Oh my god, I still have half of it. Anyway, on the TVs they had Ron Reed's speech, but they didn't have the sound up. And I swear to God, I'm eating, and at one point I looked up and I said it out loud. I go, "Okay, Ron, that's it. Now let's go.
Let's wrap it up."
What was he talking about? Every pitch he threw?
I don't know.
And then there was that game against. Then there was that game against the Astros.
Some story about a pitching coach that he wanted to be traded, and the guy said, "No, you're going to do this." And thank God that guy. I listened to the whole thing, and I was like, "What are we doing here?"
By the way, the Phillies were having their golf outing today. They were talking about that.
Oh, nice.
Because Sarge was playing with Tom McCarthy, and he says,
going to be playing with a hangover.
Sarge goes, I'm going to be playing terribly. And he goes, well, I'm going to be playing with you. And he goes, you're going to be playing terribly? And he goes, well, I'll be playing with you. Because I'll be terribly, too. I wonder where they're playing.
610-632-0975 if you know where they're playing.
I was wondering Aronimink, maybe.
Walnut Lane.
You think Walnut Lane?
They had tea times.
Could they get in? Could they get everybody in on that one?
Maybe Ramblewood?
Brazier had to pull
maybe
some strings.
Ramblewood, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood coming up for us.
Brazier had to pull some strings, but I think he could get them on to Walnut Lane.
I think he could. Hey, Bob asked for a word the other day to describe one word to describe our thoughts on the way Nick Sirianni is approaching training camp. So I'm going to steal his idea here. I'm asking everyone in our group to come up with a word that you believe will best summarize the upcoming 2022 season. I have a perfect word in mind for me when I was doing this exercise in my head that I think would make me very, very happy. And it was exciting. You got to come up with one word to how you believe you will best summarize the upcoming 2022 season. And when I thought about exciting, I'm saying there's no way we have an exciting season that's bad. So I was trying to find a word because I think it's going to be a good year that denotes that it is going to be a good season. It's going to be fun and it's going to be... And exciting was the word that came to mind because that usually means you're excited about a playoff game. You're excited about big Dallas games late in the year, Christmas Eve, where I understand Monsignor Citino can have a 2 o'clock mass if he wishes. If he'd like to change that time, I would appreciate it. So I'm thinking about that. My word is exciting because I think it guarantees that the team was good, the team gave us a lot of great moments, and that we'd be feeling positive about a season if it's exciting.
Okay, I had 2 words. I'll just give you one. They both began with the same letter. One I thought was a little too much to put on this season, so I'll say satisfying.
Oh, I love that.
It's not glamorous. It's not anything, but winning one playoff game to me is satisfying. So that's where I put it.
I love that word.
By the way, Philly Cricket is where the golf out is.
Oh, Philly Cricket today.
Yeah.
That's a nice try.
You.
It's right over by my house. I can swing by.
You might
Weird
have
them out.
We can get autographs?
No, I don't know. Look at them and drink.
Jamie's the guy in the jorts with a backpack full of memorabilia.
In the bushes, drinking a Miller Lite. Hey, guys. I think fun would be the word I use. I think it's going to be a fun season. It's not far off of what you...
No, but it's the same mentality.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to, well, at least I hope not, overly frustrating. I think
that'd be a bad word. I don't want frustrating.
I almost wanted to say if you gave me 3 words, fun but frustrating.
No, because then you're taking both sides of the fence.
I know. but I think it could be that. But I think mostly fun.
Fun, I like it. Pat?
I'll go with the word that you just said, frustrating. I think it's going to be frustrating because we're going to be sitting there watching a lot of these games going, man, if they only had a quarterback.
Wow.
And I can't help it. I don't want to feel this way.
That's why I wanted 3 words.
I don't want to feel this way, but
no, because then it'd be both sides of the fence.
Let's get Rashid to call in and talk to you about this, Pat.
Jamie
we gave Rashid FanFest tickets, so hopefully we'll be able to have a conversation.
So Rashid is coming to FanFest?
Yeah, and
and you thanked him for listening quite adamantly.
I know. I mean, because he said he listened to all of Wake and Bake, which it boggles my mind that anyone could listen to me that long. So I appreciate that factor of it. But
it's Wake and Cake.
Wake and Cake. Yeah, I don't even know the name of the show. We'll do better next week.
Please do a little bit better. And I loved the sign off. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
we'll do better next week.
The other word I was leaning towards, but I thought it was too much, was special. Because special to me is getting real close to a Super Bowl or
All-time
maybe
memorable.
even win it. Yeah, so special I couldn't go with. I think this team, as I said, they might win 12 games this year. They might win a playoff game. That's satisfying to me because it'll prove something. I guess it'll prove your quarterback's good enough. It'll prove that you're on the right path, that you've won 3 more games than you did last year. So that would be satisfying to me, yeah.
Interesting.
I guess that's where I...
Yeah, until I see otherwise, I do still have what Pat said as a predominant thought in my head. But I think there's going to be so much good stuff that it could mask that. Therefore, me settling on fun.
Like but you should say it differently then. You should say fun?
Question mark?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
think you're
we do that.
kind
We
of the
do
best
that
show
around
ever.
here now.
Yeah.
We do that now. We add question marks to things.
Like, even if they suck, watching, Bradbury and Jordan Davis and Kazir White and Hassan Reddick and, like, some of these new faces and new blood, it's still going to be fun.
You're still questioning
You seem like you're trying to convince yourself you're doing the fun.
I think it will be. I think it will be fun, but I also think it'll be frustrating because you'll sit back. Like we always do this. You enjoy the game, but then on Tuesday you start dissecting it, and then you start noticing all the plays that were left on the field, and then you start sitting there going, "Well, they beat necessarily not a great team. They've got a good team coming in. Is that going to fly?" And next thing you know, the conclusion you have is, "Oh God, they don't really have a quarterback." And I pray to God I'm wrong with that. But
it does seem though, Pat, like you can put it one of two ways. It does seem like you're firmly in that you did the right thing by throwing in the towel, and that it sounds like a little, not to accuse you of this, that it sounds like you're hoping you're going to be proven right.
Oh no, I'm not hoping I'm proven right at all. No, I want this team to go deep. I like when the team is good.
So you don't want them. You don't want to be right on this.
First of all, if you're an Eagles fan, listen to this show right now. Take solace in the fact that I'm never right about football. That is like the best thing you can hear is me doubting Jalen Hurts.
He's going to owe me a burrito.
You had a pretty good weekend in MMA.
Yeah, I've been on a hot streak with UFC, and
Get ready for that burrito.
I should probably stick to that because my football takes have been trash. But with that said, yeah, I just I don't like feeling this way, but I don't think I'm wrong in it. And by the way, I'm not putting any stock into the preseason stuff. I've actually avoided it because I want to see what he does in the regular season. So I've avoided all the videos and the tweets and stuff about Jalen Hurts and how he's looked.
What's weird though is this: I can't take the video clips that I say. I always feel like I'm seeing them out of context.
That's kind of why I'm avoiding.
Like, you know what I mean? So
sure.
But when I see Jalen Hurts throw the football, that's not out of context.
Yeah, he
doesn't deliver a football with zip.
I'm still avoiding it. I want to see what he does during the regular season. I want to base it off that. I don't want to go into this season already more negative than I am on Jalen Hurts.
I got you.
I want to give him a clean slate.
I want to, too. We want him to be successful, but when I watch him deliver the ball, it does seem like he's stepping into his throws better. So that could be some of the Tom House training. But the ball just doesn't have a ton of zip. To it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't love, as I said earlier, of the video that we saw last night. I didn't love what I saw. It looks like he's reading too much. Either that or the defensive backfield of the Eagles is phenomenal because it looked like he wasn't pulling a trigger very much, and that's what we're worried about. So we'll see. I mean, his legs looked fine. He made a hell of a move on Brandon Graham one time.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, this is what this year is. It's a we'll see year for Jalen Hurts.
It's impossible to judge anything.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
The little videos we see from camp. I mean,
you think it's impossible to judge arm strength of a quarterback? I don't.
Not arm strength, but I can't see one clip and say he's struggling.
No. You can see a lot of clips though. There's a lot of clips you can see.
I mean, if you were there, you'd probably have a better feel for it than watching from Twitter.com like I was.
Right.
So I try not to put any stock in it.
You call it Twitter.com?
It's a website.
There you go now, so that's good.
TWTTR.
Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. They got innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. You can explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. Andrew suggests, Pat, that you should have had Hunter Pence on Wake and Cake. Because he says on that broadcast Friday night, he goes, John, I agree with you. He was highly entertaining and everything, but he was most certainly baked.
He
thinks
he's a weird dude, so he might just normally.
He had a couple of quirky lines that I found annoying, but other than that,
I didn't like the let's show the sideline reporter, and I'm sorry I don't know her
Heidi
name.
Watney.
Okay, like let's watch her eating in a cheesesteak in the photo booth.
It's so lazy.
It just is.
Yes,
it really wasn't.
Go get a roast pork.
Who
with
was the
broccoli
play-by-play guy? Because I thought he was pretty good.
I forget his name.
I forget his name too.
Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
It was.
He's wearing he was pretty dressed down.
It was a pretty good. Like I thought it was a pretty good broadcast.
Yeah, every time I've watched their broadcast, it hasn't been bad. I just don't like.
I saw a couple that I hated.
I don't like the idea of putting the MLB product behind a paywall locally.
That's lame.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I mean
it should be on both.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you want to do it, that's fine.
Stupid.
But I had a buddy who's much older than me call me on Friday and say, Coon, can I watch the game tonight? It's on Apple Plus because I have an Apple phone.
He could probably start a free trial on his phone if he wanted.
I was like, you can.
No,
you
he can get the Apple TV free trial, but the Apple Plus you have to pay for.
Yeah, if somebody asks you that question and you give them that answer, they're not going to get it.
I just finished an Apple show.
I love the
Apple TV is actually pretty good.
I think it's really good.
It's a very good product.
I
didn't watch 1 second of the game on Friday.
Really?
Severance is solid, but it's a little slow.
Severance is
but by episode 6, it kind of gets you.
Which one?
Severance on Apple TV.
Hey, Pat, you may hear about that sooner than later.
Severance?
In the linchpin, Jamie.
I've been severed this whole time.
Jamie wants to talk about a chubby running back.
Is the linchpin.
Yeah, so I saw this article. Our buddy, I think it's Daz, who I always tweet back and forth with. He's a Miles Sanders detractor, and he comes.
You and him go into it about Miles Sanders.
Yeah, we go into it, and it's all good. That's fine. You can believe what you want about Miles Sanders. I tend to believe he's better than. I don't know how he's rated. A lot of people, there's no gray area with him. It's either you really like him or you hate him because he didn't run out of bounds twice and he fumbled a couple times his rookie year. I don't get it. But the guy's productive on the field. I don't think anybody can deny that. If you want to give the credit,
productive, yeah.
If you want to give the credit to the offensive line, sure. But okay, Boston Scott and some of these other guys didn't average the same yards per carry that Miles Sanders did. Whatever. He's an interesting, dynamic figure of the Eagles. Maurice Jones-Drew, who had a great career as a running back, put out his lists for NFL.com this weekend of the top running backs in football, and I couldn't help but find this somewhat comical. But he knows a lot more about running backs than I do, so I guess I got to take it with a grain of salt. It's pretty straightforward for the top 10. It's, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook. Number 5 is where I start to go, all right, man, maybe 3 years ago, yeah. Zeke Elliott at number 5 to me. He might bounce back, but I think extremely overrated. And then you get into your Kamaras and Joe Mixon and Ecklers and Najee Harris.
Right.
All guys worthy of top 10. And then you start getting to the middle area. And now I think Miles Sanders is probably somewhere in that 15 to 20 range if you had to give him a number.
Okay.
When you start putting guys and nothing against these guys, they're all quality running backs, and that's part of why you don't pay big money to running backs is because there's a lot of good running backs.
Who are you giving us
David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins is good, but he missed last year. Yeah. Elijah Mitchell, Damian Harris, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley needs to bounce back or he's cooked.
Well, you're not putting... I think...
Yes, I would take Miles Sanders over the last 2 years of Saquon Barkley.
No, we're not talking about last 2 years. You want him now? You want Saquon? You can have Saquon on this team or you can have Miles Sanders.
Well, Saquon's playing for a contract, so that's pretty motivating for a player.
I think if healthy, you're taking Saquon every time.
We saw it his rookie year. We haven't really seen it since.
No,
last year, so it's hard because last year he wasn't good.
Well, if you're gambling on health, it's an issue. If he's,
but like Leonard Fournette, are you going to take Fournette or Miles Sanders? You're taking Fournette?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he could be like. I think he can absolutely give you
James Robinson,
where you're rolling the blunt during the Super Bowl year.
Yeah, I like Fournette. Playoff Lenny.
Fournette can bring you more than he brings.
James Robinson. He's a nice piece for the Jags.
He's a nice piece. He's a nice piece.
But and then he gets to the point where Cordero Patterson had a pretty good year for Atlanta.
He had a great year.
I'm taking Miles Sanders over him. Devin Singletary. Okay, Rashad Penny.
I don't know enough.
Like now we're getting a little irresponsible. Antonio Gibson.
It was almost like you forgot Miles Sanders.
And then the one that kind of drove me most insane was he had Breece Hall.
What?
Ranked ahead of Miles Sanders.
Stupid.
Breece Hall hasn't taken a snap in the NFL.
Stupid.
I don't understand why Miles Sanders brings these reactions out of people.
Because he doesn't. I don't think NFL players like Maurice Jones-Jr. knows the position, thinks he's a smart running back.
But again, we're basing that off of...
They don't think he's a one-cut
Well,
back.
that's not true.
They don't think he goes... He doesn't hit the hole enough, and even Nick Sirianni's talked about that during his tenure here in town.
Well, no running back's perfect.
We need him to hit the first hole. That's what we do. This offensive line gives you a hole.
I mean, he averaged 5.5 yards a carry last year.
I got you, but how much...
I mean, that's not nothing.
Yeah. What's the role of a running back? Give him the ball and gain yardage. 5.5 is a lot of yardage.
I heard somebody say 2nd and 4 every down.
What did they do when he went out?
I heard some analysts say, but the offensive line gets him 5 yards.
That's crazy.
What?
Offensive line didn't get you 5.
Think about this. We're talking about 5.5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
I don't know what more is a running back supposed to do when he carries the ball, but get you 5.5 yards?
The positives he brings, people want to take away from him because of the offensive line. And you said, what did the other guys do?
What did they do the minute
they didn't average 5.5 yards a carry. They were at like 4.1 and 4.2. I mean, we're talking about 1.3 yards more per carry.
They lost. Their running game exploded when he went out.
Because of a change in philosophy from the coaches.
But it also, though, as the coach will tell you, and I can dig up the quotes, they hit the hole that was there.
Okay, then they'll be the starting running backs, right?
Run through it.
They'll be the starting running backs.
If they're hitting the holes, why aren't they averaging 1.3 more yards a carry?
Maybe Miles is more talented when he breaks, but the thing is, too, we already said it before, is from the years before. Last year we did it before the season. The amount of times... 1 yard, negative 1 yard, 1 yard.
It's not as much as you think it is.
Last year it wasn't.
Yeah.
Last year was not.
Because he's a good running back.
He's trying to learn. I think he's trying to learn. They don't. Jamie, you think more of him than Nick Sirianni does and his staff.
Why? Nick said he's the guy.
I know, but you think more of him than they do because they haven't trusted him.
Yeah, he's productive. I like productive running backs.
I think he's productive. Nobody's arguing he's not productive.
But I don't
think he should be 30th.
How can you put a rookie that's never taken a snap in the NFL ahead of him?
I don't think he's 30. I think that's absurd. Top 20? I think there's an argument to be made that he's not top 20. If he's
healthy, I think he can be in that 15 to 20 range, no problem.
If he's healthy, and I just hope he learns situational football, which they want him to learn
that's
better.
Again, look, he made some mistakes.
Over and over again.
Not really. It was one game he did it twice.
It's not one game he's done.
And then he did it another game, and people take those 3. We're talking about 3 plays.
That's dumb.
Okay. No, nobody's perfect. I mean, they were dumb plays.
They're really dumb. And coaches don't trust
but that doesn't define his career.
Okay.
And a lot of people want to make that the case.
Yeah, like the dumb takes that I've said don't define my.
He said Travis Fulgham, 1,000 yards.
1,000 yards, John.
Pat, they do.
1,000.
He had 0 yards.
Chiefs missed the playoffs.
I mean, that hasn't happened yet.
This year's Travis Fulgham? Could it be?
I mean, when you go on Travis Fulgham 1,000-yard territory, like Chiefs missing the playoffs, like that's just another
Pat,
hot take in the
if the Chiefs don't miss the playoffs, you look brilliant.
Yeah, I do.
You look like a savant.
Yeah, but
not an idiot.
But I'd probably be working for Amtrak at that point because they're hiring.
They are hiring. There's some great deals for you right now too. The competitive benefits.
Yeah.
The flexible hours. Good work with you. Just saying. I love the train. I'd love to work on a train.
I like train. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Oh,
it's my favorite form of travel.
Oh, I would absolutely love to
but
get
I wouldn't
on a train.
Want to work on it.
No, I'm talking about what I'm saying is get your work done on the train.
Oh, I thought you meant be a conductor.
Oh, no.
You're on your feet all day.
No, I don't want to do that.
No, I'm good.
And if you check your phone, you got everybody's life you got to be watching.
And there's a radio on the phone, so you can listen to us.
See? That could distract you, though, while you are driving the train. So make sure that doesn't happen. Make sure you're on the line there. All right, we don't have much time left for you on this Monday morning, but we appreciate you being a part of the show. And remember, we announced it this morning, 97.5 The Fanatic's 2022 Summer Golf Classic, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood, presented by Corona Premier, coming up Tuesday, August the 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. We will all be there. We look forward to having you out with us. And I'm going to ask a question about the upcoming golf tournament next. It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey, a great stat to follow is what I'm going to be telling you about coming up. I got a great stat for you to follow now. 17 million Americans. 17 million of them. There's a stat. 17 million people that are survivors today. You know why? Because the AACR helped them out. It's 50,000 researchers worldwide driving progress. Do you know when you donate to the AACR, you are directly supporting the scientists and the doctors who are going to discover the next cancer breakthrough or treatment that will save many of us. As a two-time cancer survivor, I thank all of you who have donated to the AACR. They make great use of your funds. And if you know anybody who's been touched by cancer directly, maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's your child, maybe it's your mom or your dad, you can help make a difference for others because someday you may need their help. Go right now to aacr.org/fanatic. That's aacr.org/fanatic. Because I'm living proof that cancer research saves lives.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic's 2022 Summer Golf Classic, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood, presented by Corona Premier. Tuesday, August 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Take a day off and spend it on the links with 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yeah, this ain't no pro-am. It's more like an am-am.
Dad, he got all of that one.
Reserve your spot now at 97.5thefanatic.com. Portions of the proceeds benefit the American Association for Cancer Research. Support life-saving cancer research by making a donation to the AACR. Go to 975thefanatic.com/AACR.
97.5 The Fanatic's 2022 Summer Golf Classic, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood. Tuesday the 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Presented by Corona Premier, the exceptional light beer. Steven Singer Jewelers. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
And 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's in the hole! It's in the hole!
Philadelphia.
Hi, it's Cuz. Is your summer weight loss plan not working out as well as you hope? Look, hope is not a strategy. This is what you got to do. Contact njdiet.com today. They will contractually guarantee you will lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Just go to njdiet.com. Their program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements that are based on your saliva, your hair, and your blood work. And then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. You're not sure you can do it alone? NJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you're burning fat, not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet is committed to you keeping the weight off. It's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Locations close by: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill. Worldwide live online video consultations. Call them. 855-5NJ-DIET or go to NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com and lose the weight for good.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left with are cold, soggy fries. That's why Wendy's fries are ones you won't forget. Guaranteed to be hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. We're talking natural cut, skin-on fries, perfectly seasoned with a hint of sea salt. In fact, they're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. These are fries so hot and crispy, they beg a new question.
What would you like with your fries?
Try them today, only at Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, taste preference based on a national taste test by an independent research company.
Are you a skilled carpenter with a creative side? Are you tired of not being challenged, appreciated, or just hate going to your current job? If so, Valley Grove Construction is looking for you. We keep our carpenters engaged and motivated by doing a variety of work. We provide a safe and entertaining work environment, so our carpenters look forward to coming in each day. If you're looking to earn top dollar and join a company that will truly value your talent, please apply today. That's valleygroveconstruction.com and click on the Join Our Team link. valleygroveconstruction.com.
Hey, hot dogs, sausages.
Maybe instead of using a stadium vendor to feed the office, we should have just ordered through EasyCater.
I got nachos here. Nachos?
Yeah, right here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was fun at first, but it is kind of disruptive.
Cheesesteak here! Who wants a cheesesteak? Over here! Coming at you!
Oh, right in the face.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but EasyCater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. An oil change with quality oil like Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic can help your engine get more out of every mile. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $35.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Helzberg Diamonds presents The Guy Who Found the Perfect Ring. Jake needed an engagement ring, so he did his research, asked his fiance's best friends for advice.
She wants emerald cuts. Definitely.
And he went to Helzberg Diamonds. Jake knew that Helzberg's been in business for over 100 years. That means quality. And with their price match guarantee, he'd get a great deal. And she'd get the ring she's always wanted.
Way to go, Jake.
So be like Jake. Find the ring of her dreams at a Helzberg Diamonds near you or at Helzberg.com.
Cigars are not a safe alternative to cigarettes. Looking for a premium smoke? Then welcome to the world of Al Capone cigars, where we're keeping it real. Using only premium natural leaf wrappers, Al Capones are hand-rolled for a unique look and smooth flavor. From mellow to bold to the rich flavor of sweet cognac, Al Capone cigars stand out. Elevate your style with Al Capone My Way. For Al Capones near you, text premium to 909-909. Text premium to 909-909.
Jamie Lynch here. Buying new windows shouldn't feel like you're at a used car dealership. You want straightforward, fair pricing, no surprises or fine print, just quality craftsmanship at a fair price. Work that stands the test of time. For nearly 70 years, the Subers family at S&S Remodeling has delivered quality craftsmanship at fair prices. Whether you need a roof, windows, doors, or other work done on your home, go to ssremodeling.com for a free quote or call 610-936-8382. S&S Remodeling, making customers happy since 1953.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
NFL Week 1 odds are out, and it's time to try FanDuel Sportsbook. Get in on the action. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. What NFL futures bet would you make with a no-sweat first bet? Well, how about the Eagles over-under wins? You might like the over in that one. Maybe A.J. Brown touchdowns, Jalen Hurts. Maybe you want to look at how many yards he throws for this season. There's so many things you can do. Download the app to find out, can the Rams repeat at plus 1,100? Would you take Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor to win the rushing title? Win totals, who starts building out same-game parlays? It's awesome. Sign up using promo code BOB. Place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel is the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app and sign up using promo code BOB to get your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Promo code BOB. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Broaden Market, 22nd and South, and Cooney's Corner. Where else would you want to hang out? Back to the John Kincade Show.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
You know that Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. You can schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. So the Scramblewood at Ramblewood, presented by Corona Premier, coming up on Tuesday, August the 23rd. We look forward to seeing you all out there, and we want you to go to 97.5thefanatic.com and get yourself all set up quickly. Get yourself quickly in because it will fill up fast. Let's say everyone is golfing. Everyone from the Fanatic. Let's say all the on-air personalities are golfing. Let's bounce around. Ricky, obviously number one seed.
Yeah.
I played with him. You've played with him. He's the number one seed.
He's good.
Okay. Anthony? Does not play?
He does not play.
Anthony doesn't play. Do you think that Ty's got game?
He talked about it a couple years ago about wanting to get into it.
Not pick it up.
But I don't think he ever did.
Jen just plays with her dad.
Jen last year,
Jen's
right?
played with her dad, I know.
Yeah,
right?
she can swing a club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hunter? I don't know. Does Hunter play?
No idea.
I'll find that one out.
I don't know.
Okay. Chunas?
Chunas has the oddest tee box stance you'll ever see.
That's right. We saw that last year.
Yeah.
What
so
a
he'll
whack
hit it
job.
60. He's left-handed. So he'll hit it 60 yards right. So hopefully comes back 60
But he
yards
stands
left.
like backwards to his, like he turns.
Okay.
It's really bizarre.
So it's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Then we have all of us. I'm just sort of wondering what the scouting report's going to be on this event.
Well, Connor will say he's better than he is.
Well, we know that.
Which he's not.
Ricky will.
Ricky's a solid number one favorite.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that locked up.
There's not even a chance with that.
No.
Is anybody beating Ricky?
No. On this station?
Okay, so everybody's playing for number 2.
There's nobody who's in his.
I think even Ricky's bad days, he's beating all of us.
It's crazy that a former pro athlete is good.
I know, like what?
At another sport.
I mean, he's close to a scratch golfer.
Yeah.
I'd say
I think
he's playing like a 4 now.
Yeah, he's probably like a 3 or a 4.
Right. And the thing is like I played with him on a course a couple weeks ago that he'd never played. So he didn't know his length was killing him that day because he didn't know that he was actually hitting it too far sometimes.
Yeah.
And he would find himself in like that 60-yard jail where like 60 yards to the green and he'd have to they really protect the greens and everything. So come on out, be a part of it. We look forward to seeing you there for the Fanatics Summer Golf Classic. The Scramblewood at Ramblewood, presented by Corona Premier and our many other great sponsors. Here's a great stat to follow. Run differential. It is one of the greatest indicators of making the postseason in Major League Baseball. Did you know that the Phillies are now 7th overall in run differential in Major League Baseball? And out of the teams that are in the top 10 in run differential, they are the absolute most balanced team with 30 wins at home, 30 wins on the road. And Jamie was saying earlier, home field may not mean that much. I think it does in the postseason. I think it matters.
I just meant to this particular team.
Yeah, because this team, well, they're showing it to you.
Yeah.
30 at home, 30 on the road. It's pretty damn good. This team's balanced, and they're charging. And it almost feels like you wish they didn't have a day off today. But I guess it's pretty good for them to be able to have a little chance to just sort of catch a breath. It is, and I was told, don't look before the Red Series 2 weeks from today at home. Do not even think about Bryce Harper before then.
If August 22nd is
that's the earliest you would ever consider him returning.
But if he returns that week, that's a week or two better than I anticipated, so that's a win.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking August with him.
I was thinking maybe last week, August.
Yeah, a lot of people, it seems like even on the broadcast yesterday, they sort of hinted at maybe last week of August.
He just seems like an abnormal healer.
But I'm worried about him rushing himself back. And, I mean, broken hand is tough with a swing, so I worry about that.
Here's what I'm worried about.
I think when he comes back, he's not going to be the same for 2 to 3 weeks.
Well, here's where I'm concerned, Patrick. It's the idea that they're saying he's throwing now. That as part of he talked about it on the broadcast the other night about throwing. So what did the elbow miraculously heal?
Well,
he doesn't need Tommy John now.
Well, that was never a foregone conclusion. That was the worst case scenario.
Surgery was a foregone conclusion. I went back and read yesterday.
Yeah, but the shot that he took might have actually worked. Like the worst case scenario was they did surgery, they got in there and realized he had to get Tommy John.
Well, that was the worst
Tommy John's
case.
surgery was never a foregone conclusion.
But
that was
surgery was.
Yeah, and he might still have that.
Okay. But I mean, now he's like, when he comes back, he's throwing. So that means he's planning on playing in the outfield.
He might. We don't know that yet.
Well, why would they have him throwing if they?
I mean,
if that wasn't
they
the
might
plan?
have it tested because when was the last time he threw?
Okay.
Like you had surgery on your hand. You're not throwing at that point. So honestly, he probably hasn't thrown in 3 months. Thrown anything.
Well, how long? I mean, he didn't play in the field the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, the original hope was we keep doing this, and it bothers me. The original plan, right, was he got the shot and they would check it in 4 to 6 weeks.
Correct.
Right? And then we never heard another thing because obviously he broke the thumb on the other hand, but we've never heard another thing about his elbow. So maybe the tests that they've done on the elbow since that shot has said, yeah, so it worked. You can go out there and play.
I was just surprised to hear him. To hear that he's throwing.
Well, they couldn't test it after he had the surgery on his hand. So it really all it did was give the elbow more rest.
Another 4 weeks of rest.
It kind of makes sense to me that he would throw. You're going to test it out, and if it doesn't work, then fine. You're just going to be DH.
Well, the weird thing is if he's throwing, though, and he's been throwing, that tells me they have no fear of him causing any damage to the elbow.
Well, we don't know how far he's throwing. I mean, he could be literally having a catch from first to second base. He could be throwing longer than that. I mean, I think that they have a little bit of a fear of it, but they also can't just hide from it. They have to eventually test the elbow out.
Well, they testing it out. Seems to be at least progress.
Yeah, it'd be. I don't need him to play the field. Like if he, it's fine.
It's not fine.
It's okay.
Their defense sucks.
Yeah, but it was always going to suck.
So it's not fine that he's not playing defense. Like I mean, he is a clear. He has his deficiencies in the field, and he's still a clear upgrade.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And he's got a cannon of an arm. But if he I almost don't want to push it.
Your outfield defense gets much better.
Because if you do push it,
the worst case happens.
If you have a tear in something and then you don't get it fixed, doesn't it just keep tearing more?
That's what I say.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, don't risk it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you being DH.
Well, that's why I was surprised that that's why I'm surprised
I'm not like, oh, dude, he got to come back and play the field. I'm just like, I just want your bat in the lineup. I don't care about
I really don't want him to play the field in all honesty because I don't need him in the field. And then when the season's over, they say immediate surgery and it's going to be 6-8 months. I don't want that.
Yeah, they're hiding whatever's going on with them. They're hiding it well.
I don't think they're hiding it necessarily. I think he had a lot of rest. He's going to test it out. That was kind of the game plan to begin with. He's testing it out. I mean, I think that we might have looked at his elbow problems worse than they might have been.
Well,
you think?
I can tell. No, I read after he was when he was getting the shot, it was not an option that he was getting surgery. Surgery was the foregone conclusion from almost every beat writer. That was the information that they got. It will require surgery, and then the surgery will tell them whether it would potentially be the worst case scenario of Tommy John.
Yeah, but I mean, they could have said that. And Tommy John would. I mean, there might have been a 15% chance Tommy John, 10%. Like,
okay, yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? We didn't know what percentage of Tommy John. We kind of just took it as, well, Tommy John, and we ran and hid under our beds. Like, It's not a foregone conclusion.
It's 4 games in, by the way. 4 games in, 10 at-bats, on-base percentage of .364, batting average of .300 for that Brandon Marsh with that beard that just looks like yesterday's lunch might be in it.
Yeah, there's definitely some bugs in that.
Off to a nice start, though.
Yeah, he is, and you can just see the speed. I mean, he's
nice.
fast.
It's a nice start.
It is.
That's nice.
And if they can actually fix him, crown Kevin Long right now.
But
sign him up long term.
But he had a nice, easy swing, line drive single yesterday. He's got 3 hits now and 10 at bats. So he's doing all right.
He's got like this energy too. As I said to you guys before, I had a feeling about this team. I couldn't really put it down on paper why or whatever. Sometimes you just get a feel. The feel I have with this kid is that he just brings an energy. It could be on the base paths. It could be running down fly balls that just jives with this team and maybe gives them a little extra juice. And it's a lot to say after 3-4 games, and he sat out yesterday, but he just seems to have something that just goes right along with this team. And I like it. I like this kid. And I agree with you, Jamie. If he gets going offensively, even just formidable offensively, give me 250, 260 out of that 8-9 hole spot.
260 is great.
Yeah. And I'll take his defense. And then, then you don't worry so much about Bryce Harper not coming back. You have a guy that can get into the gap and get some balls.
Bob has a philosophical question to round out our Monday.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's corner.
You got to get all philosophical on us.
Well, you know what? I'm going to trim it down to what my original thought was. Carrying on for the rest of this season for the Phillies. And if they can go to a place where, John, like you said, maybe catching the Braves and get as high as they can possibly go, I don't think they're going to win the division. I don't think any of us does.
No.
Who's the player that is most likely going to carry them or that you may need to carry them? Because, as I said earlier, early in the season, they went to the All-Star break with nobody really catch. Schwarber did what he did with the home runs. But again, he's hitting 200. So it's hard for me to say he's carrying a team when you're hitting 200. Not. I don't think anybody exceeded expectations at all in the first part of the season. In order to get to the place where you're talking, John, maybe catching the Braves, I guess somebody has to be that guy. Who would it have to be, or does it not have to be?
It can be by committee, but you need guys to all be stable. To me,
I got the answer.
Mine's going to shock you.
What do you got?
Gene Segura.
Oh, okay.
That does shock me.
Because I think that there's so many other guys that go hot, cold, that are around him, that if Gene Segura is just being his consistent Gene Segura self, getting on base, good on base percentage, best professional batter in the lineup, they're going to be cashing in on 2-run homers and things like that where they weren't before.
Mine's Aaron Nola.
Oh, that's not bad either.
He can't implode down the stretch. September's been a brutal month for him historically. Can't have that, because not only are you going to need him in these final 2 months, but you're going to need him in a 3-game series. And if he has a bad September, he might be in his own head at that point going into a playoff series. And if you don't have Wheeler Nola being what they are at the top, it gets a little sketchy.
Yeah. How about you, Pat?
I will go with, Nola's a really good one. That probably would have been mine.
Thanks, Pat.
I'll go
you
with
guys
Castellanos.
are just simpatico.
Yeah, we're like best friends. I'll go with Castellanos because Castellanos is a professional hitter when he's good. He's not being great this season. I don't think I'm breaking news there, but if he can turn it on and he can be that doubles machine and the reason why they signed him, then that's going to take this offense a long way. The
defense in right field from Castellanos. Good, fair, average, excellent, good, average, fair, poor. It's between poor and fair to me.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah, I think that's
not
that's
to
fine.
Nikki. Nikki on Twitter saying, me saying that I'm being ultra negative by saying that their defense has sucked in right field. It has sucked. Harper is a considerable upgrade.
It's not. He hasn't been good.
Castellanos has been. It's been fair to poor,
but he doesn't kill you. You know what I mean? It's not good, but it's not like it kills you.
It's not a doable level bad.
So it's fair.
But it's not good.
He doesn't know how to take an angle to a ball.
Yeah, but
he's also not going to take such a bad angle.
Yeah, exactly.
Where a double becomes a triple.
Yeah, he doesn't kill you, but he's not going to make many plays.
All right.
I saw a ball earlier this series where I thought he could have gotten it, and he took a bad angle, but he didn't dive for the ball. And I felt like a lot of times Odubel would take bad angles to the ball, and then he tried to make up for it by diving. The ball would get by him, and next thing you know, the guy's on third base.
I think if you had Harper and Marsh, I'm feeling a hell of a lot better about this team's defense.
Cold.
Yeah, that changes a lot.
Plus, you can have Harper, if you have Marsh, then can cheat a little bit more over towards left, too.
Yeah.
To be able to take care of anything, so Schwarbs doesn't have to.
It's amazing how Schwarber and Castellanos just look so rigid in the field. Athletic guys. Everything else they do is athletic looking. Castellanos is cannon that won the game last week.
Great.
You go, oh man, that guy looks like an outfielder. and then you watch them like take routes to balls and bend over to pick up balls, and you're just like, how is that possible that you're so poor at that? When you do everything else well and you're athletic when you run the base. Like Castellanos is fast on the bases. When you watch him run, you go, damn, that's an athlete. And then you watch him play the field and you're like, is he?
Is JT
Weird.
Is JT the second fastest guy to Marsh?
He might. I was having
On
this
the
debate
pads,
this
on the
weekend.
base paths.
I said
Because you brought it up on Friday. We talked about it on Friday, and I think
it's between Harper and JT.
Harper, I think, is ahead of JT.
Probably.
But still, though, they're both
But it's
excellent.
close.
They both can move on the base path.
Yeah, I think Real Muto reads balls off the bat really well. So that's an extra step right there. You know what I mean? Like, say a Schwarber or Castellanos, they're in the base pass and they see a ball hit, it might be a half a second delay. I think Real Muto, when they show it over and over again, he really can read a ball well. So therefore, he's a half a step ahead, and that makes him even faster that way. But he's my key guy. Real Muto's my key guy. For some reason, I thought last year when he gets hot, the team win. You can get guys that are really hot and teams don't win. When he gets hot, the Phillies seem to win. I don't have numbers from last year.
He's
this
had a
year,
marvelous 3 weeks.
Yeah,
He
they're
really has.
Top-rated WAR catcher in baseball,
And
John.
they're
A lot of people are saying best catcher in baseball is back.
3 weeks.
Yeah, and they've won 14 of 19 since he's gotten hot. It just
Ever
seems,
since Toronto.
BCIB is now trending globally on Twitter.
People are talking far and wide
And
about
catching
it.
still counts.
He's
So
good
there
at
it is.
that.
What are you telling us? He's a
Yeah.
great catcher.
He's good at the best catcher in
Did you
baseball,
say he's a great
John.
catcher?
Yeah.
Defensively? Okay, he dropped a pop-up. I know that you won't. He
No.
throws guys out. Like
He does.
at a-
He throws
at a
guys
clip
out
that's-
beautifully.
That's,
Beautifully.
has led the league for the last 3 years.
People are talking far and wide.
Far and wide.
And from Eagle View to Ramblewood.
Which is right next to Exton?
Yes, the stone's throw away.
And then the Scramblewood at Ramblewood coming up on August 23rd. Live from Ramblewood, brought to you by Corona Premier. Everyone's going to be out there. The entire Fanatic crew. Anthony will be greeting everybody, though. You'll be greeting everybody. You're going to be on the air, though, right? I mean, you're not going to be swinging them with us.
What's the date?
August 23rd.
Nice.
Tuesday, August 23rd. It's a little late notice. He just got the announcement. And then he just got it. We're going to have a great time out there.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's good
we
there.
got something going on?
It's a road game for you guys.
Just let
Tell the Tunis where to be.
Yeah, right. He'll tell me.
I'm there. It's a work day.
Tunis, be there.
I'm there.
If
Make
Tunis is there, I'll be there.
You'll be there. You'll figure that all
He'll
out.
tell me where to do. Hey, where we at today?
How special is your special meter? Right now, you're feeling with the Phillies about this season on the
Dude,
special meter.
It's over the moon, and I'm going to tell you, and he's my witness. Over the last, 5 years, where they flirted with the playoffs, even last year, I did not buy it.
You said it on air. You didn't buy it.
Didn't buy any of it. This year, I felt it was different. And if you think about it, this series, they don't punish teams.
That's what
like
I said. They're beating
never.
bad teams finally.
Exactly.
And that's the sign
The
to me.
whole the joke of the Marlins things, right? Where we used to say, the Marlins. This means something. This is real. This is special.
Well, they're 6-4 against the Marlins. That's got to get even better.
Okay, but
You know what I
get
mean?
my
They're
point.
sweeping Nats regularly.
Right.
Last year,
Sweeping the Pirates.
4-game sweep of the
exactly.
Pirates.
Right. Like
They're doing what you need to do.
They're punishing bad pitching. Like they're punishing teams.
Okay, 2 games back of the Braves. They're 2 back in the loss column from the Braves.
I know.
And this morning I get from Connor, all I want to do is make the playoffs. I don't even want to think about the Braves. Why not?
Yeah, listen. Why not? I'm in Connor's thing with this. All I really want to do is make the playoffs. If you beat the Braves, gravy. It's been 10 years, Johnny.
Oh, I know
10
that.
years. Like, I got to get back in the playoffs. I want the bunting. Bro knows.
Oh, the bunting's great.
I love October baseball.
He gets horny for bunting
I
flags.
love bunting. It does.
Yeah.
I'm horny for
You
bunting.
know you can get them at the Gargano
I want to
Estate.
be ensconced in bunting.
You know, like 4th of July, Memorial Day, everything. You could get the bunting at the
The Home Depot?
No, they have it at
The backyard fence. We'll just line in
Home
bunting
Goods.
flags.
Oh, dude,
You get
I'm
that.
down with the. I want to dress my whole house myself. I'm going to walk down Broad Street. in
Myself.
Wait a
You're
minute.
gonna be dressing like a colonial soldier in no time.
Phillies win the World Series. Cuz in just bunting.
I'm in.
At the parade.
Okay.
I don't need to
At
see
the
that.
parade.
I won't do that.
Yeah,
The whole city.
I'm
went.
good.
I would do it.
He'd do
I
it.
got no problem with that.
He'd do it like Baby New Year.
I got no problem. I'm in bunting. Give me.
He's in bunting.
I don't need to imagine you.
Yeah, no, dude. I hear you.
I'm not. Yeah.
That's between you and your wife.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you.
Dude, I'll party on Broad Street with you from dusk until dawn.
Beer.
But, yeah.
I'm just saying I love bunting.
Yeah.
He likes the bunting.
When I was a little kid, I swear to God, that's all I ever looked for when a playoff game would come on. Oh, there it is. The
There it is,
special
the
stuff
bunting.
hanging all over the place.
It's so.
Oh, I love
For me,
it.
it's the playoff
festive.
spray paint.
Love the spray
is.
paint. I love the spray paint. I'm down. It's got such a great baseball feeling, and the fact
Will you
that
spray paint your lawn if they make the postseason? Will you spray paint like a big Phillies logo on the lawn?
if somebody wants to do it, I'll. Yeah.
What if we get one of the grounds crew guys to come to your house and do the official
tomorrow?
do the big
And
P?
I would do it, and I got to do a huge lawn, which I don't know why. I want to cement it
Field
anyway.
of Dreams.
Yeah.
I want it cement.
Wait a minute. We could have a Field of Dreams wiffle ball game.
Let me tell you something. You can do whatever you want to that lawn. All right, I'm dead serious. Do I look like I'm
No,
dead? Listen,
he doesn't like
You
grass.
want to spray paint it. You want to do whatever you want to do with it. Have at it.
Just do the down the shore move and just put pebbles all over.
I would love that.
There you go.
River Rock, whatever the hell it's called.
Hey, Rock's his friend. Don't be weaseling on that. Good job. We'll listen to Cuz Radio next. Don't forget, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, Window Nation. Make a donation today to the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. We look so forward to having you join us tomorrow, including the numbers that the Eagles have to hit. And it looks like they're well on track.
Well, week 1 is a win.
We'll get to those numbers.
Week 2's a win.
Maybe tomorrow around 10:01.
You got to start picking up at week 7 where we left off.
John Kincade Show. Have a great Monday, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The summer heat means it's that time of year to crank up the AC again. To keep your home cooling more efficiently and save you on high energy bills, I suggest you go Guida and finally replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Hi, it's Ricky Bowe, and right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year with their big 40% off summer sales event on all expertly installed windows and doors. You'll receive 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40%.